Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the Sports Coverage Podcast. My name is Andrew, alongside Vince. We're back for another live stream, hopefully today with a couple less technical difficulties. But we're bringing you another fantastic March Madness game just tipped off, and that is Arizona, the number one seed, as Vince has been calling this, the NCAA Arizona Invitational, alongside the number 16 LIU Sharks. Vince, Arizona's already on the board as we speak. Koa Pete with a 7-foot jumper. You think this game is going to go all in favor of the Wildcats, or could we see a shock scenario today?
I mean, I would obviously like to see LIU put up a good fight, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think this Wildcat team is just too dominant. As you see here, LIU having another huge mistake here with turnover. That's just not going to cut it. That's what I mean by this is the Arizona Invitational, Andrew.
Yeah, those turnovers are going to need to be limited if LIU wants to potentially pull off one of the biggest upsets in March Madness this year. We're hoping for a good game here, but now that's already going to be a 4-point lead for Arizona as they tack on 2 more. They're taking a lot of deep jumpers kind of either on the outside of the paint or right around that right now. They're 2 for 2 on their shots. Or 1 for 3 or 2 for 3 on their shots so far. But really, LIU is going to need to make the most of every possession that they get their hands on. There's a missed 3-pointer right there. So already not going great for them.
Yeah, very crucial. And looking in the comments, Andrew, someone said, who's LIU's best player? To be so honest with you, I have not done much research. But if I were to just look at the stats, looks like to me Jamal Fuller, who's averaging 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Seems to me like he probably is the overall best player on this Sharks team. So, I mean, I guess that's a good way to answer your question. But
I think Malachi Davis as well. He provides a lot in terms of assists. He's good with ball movement. He's leading the team with 3.4 assists per game. But yeah, I would agree. Jamal Fuller, probably the best talent on this team. They do get on the board now as Greg Gordon gets the offensive rebound and the putback, and now that's going to be a foul against LIU. So both sides are on the board. Is a 6-2 lead with 17:34 to go here in the first. Certainly, hopefully not going to be a game that really gets out of hand for LIU. There's a chance they stay in it the whole time, but there is a big three. Braden Berries makes a 25-foot tray, and so now that's already a big deficit that LIU already finds himself in, now down 9-2.
Just not going to help you. 3 minutes and 31 seconds into the game. You're already down by 7. LIU really needs to contain here if they want to be able to win.
And there's another turnover. So not what you want to be seeing. Malachi Davis, just as we were kind of praising him, certainly not what we want to see there. And now that's already going to be an early timeout with just under 17 minutes to go as Jaden Bradley makes the 3-pointer. So now they are going to be down 10 very early on. Arizona really leading the way so far with absolutely no trouble as we're going to head into an LIU timeout. And that was just a fantastic block there as well. That led to the turnover and just a fantastic shot. So, yeah, I mean, LIU not quite going as advertised yet.
Yeah, listen, Andrew, I don't know. We might have to switch the broadcast here to a different game. If it gets out of hand, I mean, maybe we should tune into some other games if this really does, like I said, get out of hand, because I'm just not – this looks like it's going to be nowhere near an upset whatsoever.
I think we could tune into some Akron, Texas Tech once that second half begins as well. But yeah, right now we can just take a look at the box score real quick already. Just the 1 field goal so far for LIU. They're 1 for 4 on shooting. They've only taken 1 3 from beyond the arc, while Arizona 2 for 2 on threes and 5 for 6 on field goals. And again, 2 turnovers for LIU isn't helping things either.
Right. Honestly, now that we're at the timeout break, I think we should talk about a couple of the games. I know maybe you don't have the scores up right now as we speak, but
Mhm.
Santa Clara is putting up a really good fight against Kentucky here. I mean, we've been talking about this game probably all pre-bracket decisions. Santa Clara being one of those teams where, yeah, thanks, K-Top. Listen, I chose Santa Clara to win this game. I thought they have the momentum coming into this. Obviously, the Broncos haven't been here in a long, long time, but Kentucky seems like one of those teams where they just aren't very good in tournament play. Obviously,
Yeah.
losing Calipari is huge. So, listen, they're on a 13 and now 6 run because Santa Clara just hit a 3 to make it
Yep.
47-51. So,
Yeah. So now that's a 3 by Denzel Aberdeen of Kentucky to kind of maybe sit Santa Clara down a bit. They're still up 51-44 with plenty of time to go in the second. A flurry of substitutions there, though. So Santa Clara is going to have some fresh legs out on the court. But yeah, that's going to be a game that we're certainly going to be keeping tabs on as well right before we get back. I think if this game really starts getting out of hand for LIU, we might switch over and see what's going on.
yeah, it's kind of disappointing to say. I mean, I think this game's gonna get out of hand. I mean, just look at it now. It's 12-2. I don't think LIU is gonna have any momentum after this timeout break. We saw it yesterday with some teams. Honestly, after some timeouts, they would come back and actually have the fire. I don't think LIU is gonna have this whatsoever. So I just don't think we're gonna see anywhere near an upset watch.
Yeah, we may be needing to change this title of the stream soon if we switch over. Here now, a big 2 points get on the board as Greg Gordon really driving in basically from all the way outside the 3 on his own past 2 Arizona defenders. Great finish there. So now the lead is back under 10, and that's a turnover from Arizona. So now there's a chance out of the timeout for LIU to really take advantage as they are going to be bringing the ball in from down under. Definitely a chance for really any turnover that LIU can pick up during this game. They have to take advantage, except they're not going to, as that is going to be a missed field goal from Jomo Goings. It's interesting where these shots from LIU have been coming from so far. That's kind of a weird spot as Braden Burries brings it right back and hits his second 3-pointer of the game. That's now a 15-4 lead for Arizona, biggest lead of the afternoon, and we are just under 4 minutes in. So game is already getting pretty out of hand. Brandon Burries has been ironically burying some great shots. 6 points for him so far and 2 assists as Jamal Fuller misses a pretty key jumper for LIU.
Yeah, I think Burries is going to be really the key player in this game for Arizona. I mean, he's already 6 points. He's 100% from the 3. And, oh, man, Bradley missing a 3 here. He was 100% from the field just a second ago. Now no longer.
But an offensive rebound. Oh, and a foul.
Man.
So not what you want to be seeing. That's now going to be I believe that's going to be Krivas heading to the line now, shooting 2 for Arizona. And that's going to take us to the U16 media timeout. It is a 15-4 lead for Arizona. LIU looked like they made a shot and got a turnover, but were unable to capitalize. So still falling pretty far behind to Arizona. And we are just 4 minutes into the game so far. If we want to take a look as well over at some other matchups, back to Kentucky and Santa Clara. Let's see here. So Santa Clara now within 4, really a lot of substitutions coming in these last couple of minutes, working to get fresh legs in the game. Of course, they finished 3rd in their conference this season in the WCC behind Gonzaga and St. Mary's. And that's a missed shot there. Blocked shot even by Alan Graves. So Santa Clara is going to come down with the rebound and now have possession, and that's going to be a foul against Kentucky. This game is getting close. Certainly an upset watch there. In fact, I say we tune into this game for a little bit as it starts to wind down.
100%. And look at that. Now they cut the lead down to 2 with another point. I mean, listen, the Broncos look really good right now. I don't know, Andrew. This is definitely an upset watch.
100%.
I mean, Kentucky has like a trend of kind of getting upsetted. So that's where the question came, when everyone was making the brackets. Well, should we actually consider them as a winner in this matchup? I mean, a lot of people didn't choose them, and it makes sense, right? See here that all right, so they come back with a 2, so
Yeah,
now
that's
they're
a
up.
big 2-pointer. So even
Yeah.
though Elijah Mahi got in there to bring it within one possession, that's a big turnaround for Kentucky. They're still the favorites to win this one. Now, once again, up by 4.
Oh man, Mahi. Oh my God. Look at
This
this,
is
Andrew. He just hit a 3. Now he has 17 points.
so now we're within 1.
Wow.
Elijah Mahi doing it all for Santa Clara. It's getting good. So with that, it's going to go back to a Kentucky ball. We are about to be under 10 minutes to go here in the second half. Fakes the 3. Kentucky looking to get a shot off. Very tight man defense in. It's either going to be a foul or a timeout now. So it's going to be a foul against Santa Clara. So that's going to.
Oh, yo, Lucas in the chat. Yo, Jack. Oh my God, he's in school, but I've got time. Ball knowledge to know the reference.
Welcome
Jack,
in, Jack, our
Jack,
friend.
we need
Check
to
out
talk
Jack
about
Talks
this.
Jets. Really, one of our good friends, Vinny. The Dolphins are going full rebuild mode right now.
Well, we haven't
Certainly,
even.
big missed 3-pointer by Kentucky. So now Santa Clara is going to have a chance to take the lead here, down by just 1. Missed field goal though, and that's going to be another block by Kentucky, and they come down with the rebound. So going back their way, trying to extend their lead to get a bit of a padding as they are up just 1 and on complete upset watch in the 10 versus 7 matchup of Santa Clara versus Kentucky. And now that's going to be a quick missed field goal by Kentucky going back for Santa Clara. Wow. This is going to be a tight finish. Neither team seeming to be able to make any field goals right now. We've had a couple possessions with no shots made. That was a missed prime dunk opportunity there by Owe for the Wildcats. Going back to Santa Clara. Looking for a big shot, and that's going to be a foul as Santa Clara was driving into the inside against Kentucky. Brandon Garrison there being charged on the foul. So that's going to send Santa Clara, I believe, to the line, shooting 2 with a chance to tie and maybe even take the lead.
And just like that, Santa Clara ties the game up. Now lead taking free throws by Graves here with under 9 minutes to go. I mean, when we talk about tight games, I think free throws, at least in basketball, it's kind of the equivalent of like a 2-minute warning. The 2-minute drill. Free throws matter in big games. I mean, Bam Adebayo kind of capped that off just last week with his 83 and about over 40-something free throws. So I think.
So now,
would you say free throws matter? Because I would for sure.
100%.
So
we saw that in the end of the VCU UNC game the other night. So now that is Santa Clara with the lead. Kentucky immediately takes it back away with a great layup there. Pretty much all alone in the paint with little problem, able to retake the lead for Kentucky. And back goes Santa Clara. We're in for a back and forth matchup here.
We definitely are after Santa Clara takes back control in this game.
Wow. So a lead for Santa Clara. Their second one in the last couple of minutes. Let's see if Kentucky can do a job and get back. Mahi leading the game for Santa Clara, 6 for 11 on field goals, while Owe, 6 for 15 with 18 points, is leading the way for Kentucky. This is really this game has been really back and forth. The closest the game has been, though, since maybe the beginning of the second half here. So there's going to be a turnover on Brandon Garrison. They're going to say that's a backcourt violation, I believe. And now a foul is going to be charged on Otega Owe, which means Santa Clara is going to get to inbound here up by 1.
Andrew, someone in the comments said, can we see an upset here? I mean, 100%.
This is going to be – this would be a big upset if this were to happen. I think I picked Santa Clara and maybe 2 brackets. Jack says go Huskies. UConn, as always, with a big chance to go far. We'll talk about that in a bit as they are going to get going here soon.
Definitely would say there's a chance. After seeing Duke's game yesterday, I think the really only competition in terms of on their side of the bracket would really have to be MSU. So
yeah, Jack, you staying up for a UConn game at 10 p.m. tonight? I don't know if
Lord.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be tuning in for that one.
I mean, there's no point. They're going to win either way. So
Santa Clara is going to be forced out of bounds. It's going to stay with Santa Clara, though. Last touched by Kentucky, and a 3-pointer from Santa Clara. Sash Gavaguvov? I don't know exactly how to say his name, but that is a humongous 3-pointer for Santa Clara. They take a 4-point lead over Kentucky. We are on full upset watch here, and now that's going to be a foul on Santa Clara. So heading in to the U8 media timeout is a 59-55 Santa Clara lead. Kentucky is on upset watch.
We talk about regaining position, and those free throws were crucial. Now they're up by 4. Broncos, man, looking good.
Certainly. We'll see how the game continues to play out for them. Some other score updates. LIU is now down by 10, 22-12 to Arizona. Texas Tech and Akron starting the second half now battling, while Wright State and Virginia have just tipped off in the Midwest region. Following games include Tennessee State, Iowa State, and really the big one that I think we're going to want to be tuning into, Hofstra, number 13 versus number 4 Alabama, and number 9 Utah State, and number 8 Villanova. And then after that, Miami of Ohio and Tennessee. So some fantastic games are going to be coming in the next few hours. So make sure you stick around and subscribe so you don't miss when we're going to be going live throughout this March Madness.
And you know what I said about Hofstra yesterday? I just know they're going to win.
Yeah.
Now you can feel the energy with an upset or who's going to win. I feel it. And I know deep down how much this Hofstra team wants to win it. I just don't think the opposite team will have a chance.
Yeah, I agree.
And
got dog barking. Pretty upset with this. How long this commercial break is going on, clearly. Yeah, thanks, Jack. What the dog doing? We have, does Miami, Ohio have a chance? So we talked about this a bit last night on the podcast, so you can go check it out as well. But Miami of Ohio, they're going to be the 11th seed. They actually did roll through SMU, which I think was kind of the first shocking game to happen in this year's March Madness in the first 4. Tennessee is the 6th seed, but I mean, like we talked about, the SEC has been tough this year. I personally think Miami of Ohio is going to get steamrolled by Tennessee just because of how good the opponents for Tennessee have been so far this season. I mean, the Volunteers have definitely been a pretty good program all year. Miami of Ohio, like we said, haven't played any quad 1 opponents yet, but the big thing is that High Point didn't play any quad 1 opponents this year. They won a big game yesterday against Wisconsin, and Miami of Ohio also beat SMU. So those are 2 quad 1 opponents that really got humbled by 2 teams that have never done that before. Jack asks what time we get out of school. We're both on spring break right now, so it's a very lucky time to have that going on.
Taking advantage.
Certainly.
So hold on. I kind of want to respond to what Jack had said about Waddle. You say it's crazy to you. But listen, I think he's one of those pieces we just had to get rid of. And I mean, obviously, I think there was only a couple players I actually would have want to keep around, which one of those being Devon A-Chain, which I'm very, very glad we kept him. But Waddle, why like keep a receiver in a bad environment with a bad quarterback? Not saying Malik Willis is horrible, but I'm just saying we don't know how he really does play with a very, very horrible Dolphins team. And that's the truth of it all. So let's get into that, during an episode. I'm
Yeah.
not going to go into a deep dive right now, but that's just my general summarization of a take.
Yeah, that is a tough missed shot there. Now we're going to be tied up again. So 2 made free throws for Kentucky brings it within 2. A missed field goal by Santa Clara, and then Owe brings it all the way back, I believe, for his 20th points of the game. And now that's going to be a foul against Santa Clara. So that was a great offensive rebound, and now it looks like either Kentucky will be heading to the line or are going to have it down below. So they are heading to the line. Owe makes his first free throw. Kentucky is back in the lead by 1. Crazy, crazy game here. About 7 minutes to go. Under 8 left. And another missed field goal by Santa Clara. Their second straight miss. A block. But an offensive rebound. So Santa Clara is going to have a second chance at this one. Is Mahi good? Yes, he has been having an absolutely fantastic season. We could take a look. 14 points per game, basically. He had 19 points in the semifinal of the WCC tournament. Just a pretty good overall player. But, tonight he has been absolutely leading the way for Santa Clara. So a huge three-pointer then after that offensive rebound by Ensminger now puts Santa Clara ahead by 2. Do you guys still have a perfect? Absolutely not.
No. And I mean, all I did in school this past week was really just my bracket. I slept and did my bracket all school hours. So
awful turnover from Santa Clara.
Yeah.
Oh,
just
that's
not gonna cut it. If you want to win, you just cannot give up turnovers.
Cam Williams with the steal, and then they're gonna foul there.
It seems to me like a lot of time, at least in this game, immediately after a turnover, we're seeing fouls. So obviously, wanting to contain the ball is a priority here for both teams. And man, a lead taking 3 right now for Kentucky.
All right, so
dang.
So that was a missed free throw there, but an offensive rebound by Kentucky sets up the three-pointer as Cam Williams, with an assist from Owe, puts Kentucky back in the lead. Those are his Cam Williams' first points of the game, only averages 6.2 this season. Certainly not an amazing three-point shooter, but he has now just come alive for Kentucky as they are now ahead by just 1. So Santa Clara is going to look for a chance to rebound here. Under 6 to go in the second half. It is a 1-point lead for Kentucky. And there you go. Big three-pointer by Allen Graves. 2-pointer on the layup. So that's going to be a 1-point lead now for Santa Clara. This is a back-and-forth battle for the ages here in the Midwest region. Round of 64 has been providing some great games so far. After this game, we're going to be tuning into Akron and Texas Tech as Texas Tech, number 5, is now on the ropes against number 12 seed Akron. 2 fantastic games going on here, but Kentucky will retake the lead with a Diobati driving layup. That's now probably 6 times in the last couple of minutes that this lead has changed. Once again, 1-point lead for Kentucky. And now this is a missed field goal by Mahi on another block by Diobati, and that is the defensive rebound for Owe. And he brings it all the way back down for a beautiful shot. And now, for the first time in a little bit, Kentucky leads by multiple points.
Owe with 3 straight made field goals for this Wildcat team. Probably one of the more dominant players on the squad. Just this is what we talk about when it comes to needing points down the way in clutch games, and always doing that for this team for sure.
So now that's another missed 3 for Santa Clara. Now is where the game can get out of hand quickly for them. I want to shout out Diobati right now, who has been on fire for Kentucky. He is 4 for 6 with 6 rebounds and I believe probably 3 blocks by now. If we could take a look at that. Yeah, Diobati with 3 blocks in the game. So that's a missed 3-pointer by Owe and a rebound by Santa Clara. Need a way to get back into this one and soon.
I don't know. Listen,
missed turnaround jumper by Mahi, but an offensive rebound now. So that's
the idea of forcing a 3 when you're already up by 3 is that smart, Andrew?
Not sure. Kentucky.
If you're open, I get it, right? If you're open, 100%.
Yeah. So
but
Kentucky,
things like that where that's gonna come back and haunt you towards a minute left in the game, where that could have been an opportunity to get at least 2 points or force a foul, draw a foul. Well, listen, that's gonna probably hurt them down the stretch if they go into at least a 1-point game.
Yeah. So Kentucky fouled there, which is going to take us to the U4 media timeout. It is now a 3-point lead for the Kentucky Wildcats, but they are certainly on the ropes against Santa Clara here. If we want to check in on some other scores, LIU still at least keeping up, we could say, with Arizona, down 11. Virginia and Wright State, that's also going to be a great game to keep an eye on, is all tied up pretty early on at 13. Akron falling behind a bit, still have a ton of time to make it back, though. 15 minutes left. Scott with 17 points already for Akron. Then this Santa Clara and Kentucky game, of course, providing us with some great entertainment here. Next up, games will be starting with Tennessee State versus Iowa State and Hofstra versus Alabama.
And Andrew in the comments, Doom Jake 895 said, "What game surprised you guys the most?" I'll let you go first.
I mean the High Point game.
Yeah, right.
High Point, Wisconsin. Yeah. And then I would say, even though Duke walked away with the Siena win, the performances from a Siena team, like we talked about yesterday, with literally only 5 players available to play in the game, compared to then a Duke team who's one of the best in the country. Them being on the ropes for that long is definitely scary, and I don't know if I see Duke going so much farther unless this really acted as a big wake-up call for them.
100%. If I have to say a game, I would probably say that Siena Duke game 100%. I couldn't agree with you more, Andrew.
Yeah. I mean, talking about the High Point game again, we talked about this a bit on the new podcast episode. You guys can check it out now on this YouTube channel. The fact that the High Point game winner was from a guy who didn't make a single 2-pointer all year. Actually, it was that he didn't even attempt a single 2-pointer all year, but had 60-something 3-pointers, and I think he had 3 in the game yesterday as well. The fact that he was able to make that shot, which was a tough one as well. It's a fast break with a guy chasing you down. You have to have the speed and control to dish that one in. And he was really able to. A big hero moment for High Point University as they took down Wisconsin yesterday.
And listen, to answer that question again, what game, not past tense, what's surprising you right now? I say we tune into Wright versus Virginia really quick. It's 16-13 as we speak. Wright is leading by 3 here. This is very, very huge. And if Wright can get this win, that will probably be one of, if not the biggest upset as of the round of 64.
So this man right here, Solomon Callaghan, whatever he is doing right now is pretty insane. He's scored 24 points in a couple games this season, but he's an average player, 9.9 points per game, 1.9 rebounds. He has 11 in the first 8 minutes of action here today for Wright State. This might be the hero of March Madness, depending on how this game goes. So we'll keep tabs there. But first, let's head back to the ending of Santa Clara and Kentucky, as it is now a 1-point ball game again, as 2 free throws are made by Alan Graves, and we are ready for a potential big upset here with Santa Clara having Kentucky on a potential upset watch. So Kentucky with the ball, a missed deep jumper, not quite within 3-point range, and Santa Clara is going to be with the rebound with a chance to take the lead against Kentucky. Owe with a big miss there, and now Alan Graves misses the layup on a block by Brandon Garrison, and that's going to go back Kentucky's way, looking to extend their lead with 3 minutes to go in the second half. Owe 8 for 19 today. He's missed some key shots as of late, but 6 rebounds and 6 assists.
And a turnover.
23 points. Really, really bad turnover. Christian Hammond steal going back for Santa Clara, 2:45 to play.
And Graves.
Wow. This is potentially going to be an insane ending here. There you go. Alan Graves made layup on an assist by Mahi. That is now a lead once again for Santa Clara with 2:19 to go.
You know, we talk about turnovers being one of those things that can be the most crucial for your team to win. That's what the Broncos just did, and they're turning it into points. Graves with a huge lead-taking layup to take the lead by 1 here with 2 minutes to go.
Graves, 11.6 points per game this season. He is just a freshman, but he stands in at 6'9" from Louisiana. And he's also, he's just really been one of the biggest players on this team today. 10 points for him, but pretty evenly spread amongst the Broncos in this game. Hammond with 9, Ensminger with 11, Graves with 10. That's now going to be a foul against Ensminger. So now Kentucky is going to get a chance to go, I believe, to the line to shoot 2, down by just 1 now with 2 minutes to play.
Right, and so even if we talk about how Mahi's being probably the best player within this game, it's very spread out. And I like to see that because everyone's getting some sort of role that's unique to this team.
Yeah, certainly. So here goes Otega Owe, the best player tonight on this Kentucky team. 23 points for him. He's going to head to the line shooting 2. Chance to tie and retake the lead here. Missed free throw is the first one. So Otega Owe misses the first free throw. Aberdeen is going to sub out for Kentucky with Cam Williams coming in. A pretty decent 3-point shooter there is making his way back onto the court with 2 minutes left. Second free throw coming is made. We are tied with 2 minutes to go. Santa Clara, the 10 seed, against Kentucky, the 7 seed. Here we go. Santa Clara's ball. 2 minutes to go. Under that now. Santa Clara looking to get a good shot. A lot of traffic direction coming in the backcourt. And that's a missed 3-pointer from Elijah Mahi. But an offensive rebound by Alan Graves. They're going to get a second shot at it, and it goes in. Alan Graves with the layup there, up to 70-68. Kentucky is feeling the pressure now. They're going to head back with the ball, trying to either tie or retake the lead here. And that's going to be a timeout, Kentucky. Santa Clara is leading by 2 with just 1:25 to play here in the first round of this year's NCAA tournament. Vince, we are potentially going to see one of the biggest upsets of this tournament here. The blue blood of Kentucky is on the ropes versus the Broncos.
Or we should say the chokesters, not the blue bloods. Kentucky, we've seen a trend. Like I've already said, they've been able to manage to lose games like these. Not looking good for this Wildcat team whatsoever. Now down by 2 with under a minute 30 to go. But man, Graves just channeling that inner demon, that dog.
Yeah. Texas Tech is up by just 8 now. Arizona taking care of Long Island, 34-18. Interesting. So Owe for Kentucky has actually worked out with my friend Ryan before. They have played together a couple times. Missed 3-pointer there by Owe, by the way. One of the things he was just texting me about was how Owe cannot shoot. And that is pretty clear here as he just missed potentially a game-deciding 3-pointer as Graves picks up the rebound. And Graves has been saving the Santa Clara team as of late. He's 12 points and 6 rebounds, pretty much all of those coming late in this game. Under a minute to play, there's going to probably be one possession or two left for each team. An offensive rebound by Santa Clara on the missed jumper. It's going to give them another chance at it. Kentucky 1 point in the last 4 minutes. Here we go. So with the offensive rebound, is that going to be a... Let's see. Yeah, so it's going to go out of bounds off of Kentucky, so the clock is going to stop momentarily. 40 seconds to go. Inbound coming down under from Santa Clara. Missed field goal by Graves. Kentucky, if they collect this rebound, is going to be able to go back once again. Under 30 seconds to go. So it looks like there's going to be a jump ball there. Or who's going to come away with the ball?
I believe Kentucky.
They are going to say Kentucky is going to come away with the ball.
And they're going to call timeout.
So a lot of players on the ground there. It escapes out, and Owe picks it up. So now that's going to be a timeout for Kentucky as they are going to have control of the ball. I think this should have been a jump ball there. But it looks like Owe was able to get on the ground, pass it out to his teammate before Kentucky was able to call a timeout. Upset watch on full display right after this timeout. 24 seconds to play in the Midwest Regional, Kentucky versus Santa Clara. What type of play do you think is going to be drawn up here for them? There's 24 seconds, so a good amount of time, but do you think they're going to be going for the kill shot here or just
100%? I mean, listen, if you take a look at the differential in game clock and obviously the play clock, I think you go for it. This is your last possession. This will be the last possession of this game. I think Kentucky, knowing how they've been throughout this whole game in terms of turnovers whatsoever, they just cannot let Santa Clara get the ball back. So I think
6'10" Brandon Garrison also just checked in for Kentucky. And they're actually going to – so, yeah, I mean, a lot of size on the court right now. So that's definitely, I mean, what Kentucky wants, obviously.
And Andrew, Jake said in the comments, he hasn't seen St. John's play all year this tournament. But do we think they are a strong team coming into this?
Oh yeah.
100%. Listen, I think they're better than UConn, and I'm sorry if Jack's still in this. I'm sorry. They're better than UConn, and I genuinely think they should have been a second seed. So that's my take on that, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I have St. John's going far in a couple of my brackets, and I just think that they're a very strong team. Owe makes a 6-point shot. That's going to leave 10 seconds on the clock. 70-70. Santa Clara going to be going for the game winner here. They have time. Let's see what they can do.
And it's not going to matter.
4 seconds to go. Allen Graves with the biggest point of his
career.
Oh
my God.
The buzzer. Kentucky wins. Kentucky. No ties. That's tied. It's going to OT. It's going to OT.
Oh my God, Andrew.
Taker Owe brings it all the way back for a 32-foot 3-pointer from the logo. We are going to overtime. Santa Clara versus Kentucky. Allen Graves brought it all the way back after the missed layup. Hit the biggest three of his career. But then Owe from the logo. And that's going to be the end of the second. And we are heading to overtime.
Listen, Ryan, I don't know if he's hearing this somewhere. Owe just had arguably one of the biggest shots in program history, no matter if it's the round of 64. They were on elimination watch, and they just hit a huge shot. Owe, now with 3 threes in the game and 29 points. Talk about madness here in March. What a shot. What a game. We chose the right game to broadcast. Forget about LIU versus Arizona. This is the game you want to be tuning in to as of today.
We're going to overtime here. Can't even be mad if you lose this game on your bracket. Oh, no, you can't. This is a fantastic game going on here.
100%. It is March Madness. Anything can happen. I wouldn't even be mad. I mean, I chose Santa Clara, so I thought that last shot, that three was gonna be the capitalize. That's gonna capitalize the game, but I guess not. Just what a shot by Owe here, down the stretch. And look, yeah, and that's gonna be from the logo too.
Insane 3-pointer. I think this is certainly March Madness. I think we can actually hop on to, let me see if I can find the shot to show everyone who hasn't been watching. Give me 1 second. Let's see if we could get that. All right, we'll show it after the game here. But like I said, we are heading into overtime. It is 73-73. Santa Clara really thought that they had the game winner there with Graves, but Owe brings it back with just 2 seconds left on the clock and hits one of the most insane buzzer beaters you will ever see.
And I can hear the notifications in the back, Andrew. I just know everyone's going crazy for Owe here. What a shot. I thought he wasn't supposed to be a shooter. Well, forget about what they say, what the haters say. This is madness. What a shot.
All right, so here we go. Kentucky bringing out their lineup for overtime. This is a crazy game, and it's only going to get crazier as we are getting some bonus basketball here.
And Andrew, just to comment on a couple other games, right? Still in possession of the lead here in the first half, 24-23 over Virginia. Arizona having a huge 9-0 run in the last 3 minutes. Score's going to be 47-20.
And there's a missed field goal from Owe immediately, but an offensive rebound for Kentucky. Remember, it's just a 5-minute overtime period in the first round of March Madness. It's going to be moving fast. And so that ball went off of Santa Clara. So Kentucky is going to get a chance again as Alan Graves is going to sub in after taking his rest at the beginning of OT. Man, they're showing the replay of that Graves 3-pointer right now. That could have been one of the biggest shots in school history if that stood. And there's a missed 3-pointer and another offensive rebound for Kentucky. They're going to get a third shot at it. Brandon Garrison comes down with the ball once again. And another missed 3-pointer. Denzel Aberdeen and another offensive rebound for Kentucky. 4 tries. Diobati. And finally, Kentucky gets on the board. They're up to Owe with the driving layup. They're up by 2.
He now has 30 points in the game, Andrew. Looking to be the centerpiece of this team for sure. I mean, talk about what a game for Owe.
Mahi has been fairly silent for the last couple minutes of this game. But just as I say that, Elijah Mahi puts Santa Clara back in the lead by 1. A huge 3-pointer. The assist from Christian Hammond. What a shot. So Santa Clara leads by 1, 3:40 to go, but not for much longer. Diobati with the 4-foot jumper. Now that is a 1-point lead for Kentucky, reminiscent of what we saw as the second half wound down. Back and forth game here. Only 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in overtime. Keeping it moving. Santa Clara looking for a big shot here. They are taking their time. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to, I believe, stick with Santa Clara. Man, that three-pointer from Mahi really means a lot for this Santa Clara team. Had them ahead by 1. Now find themselves trailing, but here comes the inbound from Graves. Going to take their time with 3 minutes and a block.
Block shot
From Brandon Garrison, but an offensive rebound by Alan Graves. And missed three-pointer by Christian Hammond. So Garrison gets the defensive rebound. Kentucky is up by 1, and now it's going to be a foul against Santa Clara.
Not going to do any justice, Andrew. These three-pointers that are being missed are going to hurt you and going to really be crucial down the line.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, listen, if you have the opportunity to get a rebound, put it back up if you can. If you can't, take your time and then drive to the basket, force a foul. Looks like here it's going to be a missed free throw by Kentucky and a rebound.
Yeah, so missed field goal by Brandon Garrison. He's going to head to the line and shoot his second now. Yeah, you cannot be missing field goals or free throws in this situation.
All the above, Andrew. All the above.
All of the above. And he misses the second one.
Oh, man, that's just huge.
So Santa Clara comes down with the rebound. No points on that possession from Kentucky. And there we go. Three-pointer for Santa Clara. They are going to retake the lead. What are we about to see here? It is 79-77. Santa Clara with the lead with under 3 minutes to go. Number 7 Kentucky on upset watch. Those missed free throws are going to come back to bite Kentucky, no doubt. But we'll see how the game ends up as Diobati is going to tie it up on a driving layup. 2 minutes to play. Santa Clara's ball. We are tied up once again. So Santa Clara is going to return with the ball once again. And that's a missed three-pointer from Mahi, picked up by Kentucky with 1:38 to play in overtime. It is a tie game. Both teams looking for a chance to take a lead here. Anyone's ball game really, though, still. With about a minute left on the clock. Not a great shot there from Mahi. Just banked straight off the glass.
Right, but you let him take control of the game just because of how much impact he's been for this Broncos team. So no matter if he were to shoot it and miss it, I don't think it matters this much.
Oh,
it's going to be a foul.
That's a bad foul there against Christian Hammond. So I believe, I don't know if that's a shooting foul. Oh, well, they're in the bonus actually anyway. So that's going to be Owe to the line. He makes his first, so now that is a lead 80-79 for Kentucky. A second shot coming with over a minute to play still. Time for possessions for both sides. This game can end either way, as we just saw at the end of the second half there. So the second one is made. It is a 2-point lead now for the Kentucky Wildcats. Santa Clara with the ball with about a minute left to play. Looking to stay in this one. Pull off a potential upset here that they've forced all the way to overtime. Missed three-pointer by Santa Clara. If they don't come down with this rebound, that's actually going to go down as a block, and that is an Owe.
Right. And that's going to be a fast break. Huge dunk here by the Wildcats.
Yeah, so Brandon Garrison.
Possession off the block.
So now that is a 2-point. That is now going to be a 4-point lead for Kentucky. Santa Clara is going to need to score soon. They still have 50 seconds about to play. But not sure where this one is going to go. for Santa Clara. They will take the do the smart thing and take a timeout there. Wow. So here we go. Out of the timeout, Santa Clara is going to be looking for a good shot.
Definitely, right? You don't want to have to be blocked again like you did last time. And it's going to be a missed three. And a rebound by Kentucky here.
That might be it.
Not looking good whatsoever.
That might be it. Unless shocking turn of events goes on. Yeah, that's not a great situation. So as we're winding down here, still a multi-possession lead for Kentucky, barring any crazy 4-point plays. Here we go with Santa Clara with the ball. Yes, there's the missed three-pointer. Block again by Garrison. Basically the same thing we saw in the last one. Diobati picks up the defensive rebound going towards Kentucky. Now Santa Clara is going to need to foul with 30 seconds to go and down by 4.
Right, and that's not what you want to happen. So that's another missed three. And talk about the size. We see a lot of the times with these kind of underrated, kind of unknown schools, right? So size is going to be a factor.
Yeah.
For sure. A lot of them are small, right? And so, for example, number 2 got blocked right there by Diabati. It's going to be huge.
Yeah, so Diobati makes the first free throw there. 5-point lead now. If he makes the second, it will go to 6, and he does. So now it's a 6-point lead for Kentucky. You're going to need 2 quick three-pointers from Santa Clara as well as a stop on defense. Game's certainly not over with 30 seconds to play, but is looking to fall pretty much in the favor of Kentucky. And there's the missed three-pointer by Hammond. Kentucky is going to come down with the ball, but there's an offensive rebound. You're going to have to get a second shot at it. Ooh. And a three-pointer is made by Ensinger. We still have a ball game. It is a 3-point game with 18 seconds. Santa Clara will take a timeout. It's going to be Kentucky's ball. But the problem now is it's a 3-point game, but there's enough time for only one possession for Kentucky. So there's a chance they dribble it out, whatever, take the shot all the way at the buzzer. So they're going to need to pick who to foul, pick how to potentially force a very fast turnover here. Because otherwise, this game is over. And if you had made that first three-pointer, let me see how much time is left when they shot that. 23 seconds. If you made that first one, that's enough time for potentially 2 possessions. So missing that first one is definitely a key kind of blow to Santa Clara's position here as time is winding down.
And just based off, kind of the second half, Owe was managing to miss his free throws. Like you said, who were to be fouled in this situation? I'd say Owe for sure.
By the way,
came up with a huge three-pointer to lead this team into overtime. I say you do that because that's going to be crucial and definitely helpful for your team.
Owe 8 for 10 on free throws. Brandon Garrison not in the game. He's our worst free throw shooter this game at 0-3. And Moreno's only one on the court that has shot any, and he is 1 for 2. In terms of 3-point shooting, I think you have to give Mahi or Ensminger the chance there. Santa Clara does indeed get the ball back, but there's really a lot that needs to go right for them first. So here we go. It's actually going to be officially 19.2 on the clock for Santa Clara to get a stop here. Now that's going to be immediate foul. Who is it on? The foul is from Mahi with 17 seconds.
On Owe. So like I said.
On Owe. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
So in the bonus, I believe that we'll automatically send him to the line. Let's see.
Right.
If that's
So
true.
we've seen him be able to miss that one free throw earlier. He is 8 for 10 though, so don't count him out.
Yeah. But you need him to miss both. Well, so he makes the first one.
First one.
But I guess there is time on the clock for now multiple possessions if it's gonna kind of be taking the immediate foul route, as Santa Clara just did there with Mahi making the quick foul. So he makes both. So now that's once again a 5-point lead for Kentucky. Missed 3-pointer from Ensminger, and that's going to be a Diobati defensive rebound. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be coming to an end here for Santa Clara. The game of their lives isn't going to end exactly how they would have wanted it, as there is a dunk from Denzel Aberdeen, and that's going to do it.
And I wouldn't just say any regular dunk. That was pretty flashy, kind of cocky by this Wildcat team.
Who were just on the ropes, by the way, the entire
game. To lead into overtime.
Yeah, who were just on the ropes this entire game. But it's going to be pretty much set in stone, an OT win for Kentucky. Not quite the final score yet, but as it stands, 89-82, Kentucky is going to survive overtime in their first game of 2026 March Madness, off of some great shots made and some great defensive efforts, despite Santa Clara making big threes the entire game. Owe, I believe, is going to finish up with 35 points, one of the best performances we've seen so far in any.
I don't know where Andrew just went, but he is right. In any of the games, Owe having probably one of the best performances. That's also considering that is his career high.
Right.
So an amazing performance from Owe here today. And it doesn't matter if Graves make those last 2 free throws. It's going to be 89-84, the final score. And the Kentucky Wildcats, even though on the glimpse of elimination, they lead in overtime and win.
I really, really love whatever's going on here with this, because you give them from a 50-50 game to a 98% chance to win, as Allen Graves made that 3-pointer towards the end with just 2 seconds left on the clock, right before it went all the way back, as Otega Owe brought it to overtime. And since then, really great shots from a multitude of players for Kentucky allowed them to end up winning by 5. But this is March Madness, which means we're going to need to quickly move on to the next game. I'm thinking that we head to
Virginia.
Fortunately, this one's getting out of hand. Akron falling pretty flat against Texas Tech. This was one of the teams that really they were supposed to have a pretty strong chance of making a big first-round upset and potentially going deep. It looks like that one's going to go Texas Tech's way. I think you're right, though. Let's head to, ironically, Wright State.
Hold on, what the hell is that?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh God, I don't know about that.
Let's head to Wright State in Virginia. 2 minutes to play. Wright State up by just 1, but still, this is another upset brewing. 14-3 upset,
now
even
at
worse
Target.
than whatever we just watched.
But he has been an integral part of Virginia's success this season. These two teams have made a combined 10 straight baskets, and Callahan.
So, as we were saying when we kind of checked in on this game for a second earlier, Wright State is really coming alive right now because of a couple players who really haven't done all that much this season, and they have been pretty incredible. We can take a look at the box score real quick. Wright State has 2 leading scorers. First is Solomon Callaghan, like we said earlier, a sophomore, only 9.9 points per game this season. He already has 11 in this one, which would be really, he's on pace for one of his best games this season. He's had a couple games where he's gone off at 27 against Oakland, but in the biggest game of his life, he is playing quite well so far. And then also this senior, 11.8 points per game, one of the better players on his team.
The Infinity QX60.
Amari
And shut this ad off. I can't even.
Oh, is the sound playing? Oh,
Yeah, man. I don't know what the hell's going
Oh,
on.
there we go. All
right,
good.
all right, it's not even here because I don't know what the hell's going on.
Amiri Ogbe also has 11 points in this game for Wright State, 11.8 points per game. For Virginia, really a whole lot of nothing. I don't know. Jakari White, I guess this is another player who hasn't done a whole lot this season, 8.8 points per game. He's already passed that with 11 tonight so far as senior out of Orlando, Florida. Really took a big step down this year. He averaged 17.1 points per game last year. Let's see where he was before that, because I doubt that he had 17.1 points per game with UVA, but we can take a look at that. So he actually had surgery on his wrist this year. But yes, last year he did play at North Dakota State.
Yeah. Who's also in the tournament.
Also in this tournament.
Yeah, right.
So we are all tied, by the way, at 36-36 as D. Ritter makes a driving layup. But actually, Wright State's going to have the lead 39-38 as Solomon Callaghan adds on to his already impressive afternoon as we are winding down the first half with another three-pointer. An hour into our live stream today, we've already seen some certainly madness from a couple of teams tonight. Kentucky was on the ropes for much of their game against Santa Clara before pulling off an excellent overtime period and walking away with the 5-point win.
And I feel like we've been ignoring comments right now. So Jake had said, what is your biggest hot take for this tournament? Honestly, I don't really have a hot take besides the fact that, like I said, this is the Arizona Invitational. I just think Arizona's going to steamroll every team. No matter who they're playing, they're going to win the whole thing. If I were to have a hot take, I would say that maybe St. John's has a chance at making it to the Final Four. We saw Duke yesterday against Siena not being so strong. So definitely a thing to keep an eye on. Could definitely happen for sure. So that's probably my hot take to answer both your questions on whether or not St. John's has the possibility to even make it past the round of 32.
Yeah, 100% agree. I think St. John's is one of the better teams in this tournament for sure. So winding down, like I said, under a minute to go here before halftime with Wright State and UVA. Definitely another great game brewing here.
Yeah, and just to check into another game here, Texas Tech, without JT Toppin, their leading scorer and best player, are absolutely crushing Akron. After everyone said that they were going to be an upset watch. No, it doesn't matter. Without their best player, they are still scoring 80-plus points. Huge.
Jalen Petty with 21.
Right, and so that is just going to be very, very big for your team.
Okay, so this is another thing. We love March Madness for this reason. Jalen Petty, a freshman, 6'1" from Seattle, 9.5 points per game. He has 21 tonight. Absolutely incredible. Incredible stuff we are seeing in March. Let's go back to the end of this first half here for Wright State and UVA.
We're seeing a lot of freshmen come up big in this tournament and all season long.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate to not see Caleb Wilson yesterday in the UNC versus VCU matchup because obviously he is one of the better freshmen.
Wright State with a shot at the buzzer, misses the deep three-pointer. And so that's going to do it for the first half of play. It is 43-38. Wright State, the 14 seed, in control over Virginia. This should be a fun ending. That game is in Philly, the closest game to us. And certainly not a long trip for fans of Virginia here.
Right, and so we saw Santa Clara leading going into halftime in that matchup versus the Wildcats. Well, remember, that doesn't really matter so much if your team, like Kentucky did, comes up big and leads the team into overtime. So listen, anything is possible. If you're Virginia, I'm not giving up. I'm staying in this game. Forget about momentum. Keep your heads up and go with the flow.
Do you guys think Drake was sitting in the locker room during halftime with Kentucky? I don't. Well, they did play pretty badly after that, so maybe I wouldn't even be surprised there. This is going to be one of those weird moments in March Madness where, even though it seems like so much is going on, as this Akron Texas Tech game winds down, we're going to have no game action for a couple minutes as there are 2 games in halftime, and this game will be ending in just a moment. Before the next game will tip off, I believe, at 3:00 with Tennessee State and Iowa State before, I think, what's going to be my favorite game today, Hofstra versus Alabama. So
honestly, Andrew, I want to see if we can get some people on the live, maybe some call-ins. I don't know if that's possible, but I would love to see someone's take on maybe even what we just witnessed, that game-tying shot by Kentucky. I want to know people's opinions on that, and if they thought Santa Clara really had a chance.
Yeah, hopefully we can get some people on this one, because we're going to have a bit of downtime in just a couple of minutes. The Akron Texas Tech game winding down here. Amani Lyles, who is really the best player on Akron, 14.6 points per game and 8 rebounds, the 6'9" senior, has been around for quite a while. But 24 points per game this year. In this game today, on 17 for 13 shooting. Just not quite enough for the number 12 seed Akron to stick pace with Texas Tech, is now with 2:30 to go. They are falling behind. Question: how close do you think Duke versus TCU will be tomorrow? I am hoping that it won't be close and TCU will steamroll them. That's just my take.
Well, if you care about your bracket, I think everyone and their mother chose Duke. So obviously everyone in the nation will probably want Duke to win. But if your bracket's already screwed like mine is, it does not matter, right? So honestly, I would love to see a TCU win for sure, but anything is possible. It is March. Madness happens all the time.
Oh, yeah, 100%. If we're being real, you would expect Duke to win this game. There's been some questions about that, of course, with how Duke played versus Siena yesterday. I think that they're still going to be just as good, if not better, coming out of a scare like that. So, yeah, up 17 now is Texas Tech. Fortunately, some not too entertaining games going on right now, as we are in halftime with Wright State, UVA, halftime with LIU and Arizona. Now a 19-point lead for Texas Tech on a deep 2-pointer made by Christian Anderson. So yeah, some great games going on.
I love how we presented Long Island versus Arizona to be,
We actually have a couple guests to come on to talk about the last Kentucky game. Ryan, who has trained with the hero of the Kentucky game before, is here. Welcome to the stream.
Ryan, shit. I don't think anyone's watching.
Hi, guys.
Oh, shit.
No. Wait, so were you guys watching the end of the game?
Oh, yeah, that was fucking nuts.
All right. We're gonna...
All right, so I don't know if cursing's really allowed, but I guess it. Jesus Christ. So I don't know where Andrew went again.
All right, yeah. Sorry about that.
There you are. All right, so how do we get callers? Let's tell some people to call in. How do we get callers? Tell me.
If you copy the link, you can join up. Let me just get this screen sharing back up so we can keep watching the game here. I will mute the ads as well for you.
Good, because we need that. We need to mute it. Yeah, I don't know what just happened with that last guest, though.
All right, yeah, here we go. This is going to be better now. All right,
what's up, guys?
I'd like to
Okay.
apologize for my language, but I'm here to make constructive comments and provide good feedback towards all the games.
So first of all, Ryan, I want to talk to you a bit about the hero.
First off, what up, Vince?
Oh yeah.
Ryan, all right. There you
I want
go.
to talk to you a little bit about the hero of that Kentucky game. You said that you've trained with him before, and you actually told us, "quote he cannot shoot." Do you have any comments about that now after the
No,
end
he's
of the
he's
Kentucky game?
obviously a great player. He's really good at getting to the hoop and getting to the foul line and finishing. His jump shot, like I said, a little bit needs some work, but that last shot just shows how clutch he really is. And ultimately, Owe brought his team to the victory at the end.
Yeah, definitely a tight game there. Do you had Kentucky in all your brackets?
I think so. I Kentucky in most of them. What about you guys?
I
No,
think I
that's
had
any
Kentucky.
player. I mean,
Ooh.
I thought an upset was bound to happen. I guess not. So it's whatever.
Unfortunately, I also had Akron in a couple of the brackets as well. Which
Akron,
Oh, yeah,
I don't.
I had
Listen, I
Akron.
told you, Andrew. I literally told you, no matter if JT Toppin's playing or not, they were gonna get the job done. I said this yesterday.
yeah,
So
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely a tough game there. Are you training right now, Ryan?
Oh yeah,
in the lab, I like to see
in
it.
the lab, exactly.
Going to be starting
Working
next
for-
year?
What's that?
Going to be starting next year?
Hopefully, hopefully. Wait, what's the score of the Arizona LIU?
Not close. It
How
Not
much
is.
did
even-
they lose
not
by?
It is 53-29 Arizona. Did you pick LIU?
No, I didn't. But I saw like a ton of people pick them, but clearly it's not
They're
working
a
out.
joke. LIU's a joke, laughing stock. I mean, I don't even know why people even would decide to choose them. I guess for the TikTok videos, whatever. But no, I don't see beyond it.
I think it's the closest team to us technically, where we are in Jersey. You get to root
Yeah.
for a couple other teams, Vince, but I think Miami plays tonight. Is that true?
Yeah, Miami and Florida. So
Miami and Florida both play
I'll
tonight.
be rooting for both of them for sure. So I'm gonna talk about that really quick, Andrew. They're playing Missouri. A lot of people have Missouri winning. What's your personal opinion on that, though?
Here we could have Aryav actually talk about it a bit. The Florida game coming tonight. Aryav, you know how much I like to talk about Xavier Lee, and there's a lot of viral videos going on about how Xavier Lee is not going to be fit for March. What do you think about that?
I think Xavier Lee's a fraud.
Oh
He doesn't
man,
deserve a spot in college basketball or the NBA. And I think he played against bummy competition at Princeton, and he's choking at Florida, and they're gonna lose.
Wow.
So hold on, Andrew. What do you think about that? Because you don't shut up about Xavier Lee, and that's probably arguably one of your favorite players.
I'm
in
gonna
college
pass it
basketball.
over to my partner Ryan now.
I'm back.
Ryan, do you potentially have any other Xavier Lee comments, or maybe even Caden Pierce with him going to Purdue for next year?
Ooh, I think Xavier Lee's a good player.
All right.
I think he
Yeah.
should have taken his chance at the NBA when he could have his sophomore year, but he's a good player. He's a good player.
Nice. One more question for you before we let you go.
Yes.
You're going to have probably, I think, one of the most underrated games this tournament, Utah State, the 9 seed versus number 8, Villanova. Do you think Villanova has a chance to return to their old ways, potentially work their way through some tough competition and make it deep in this year's tournament?
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with either of those teams, but I know Villanova was definitely a dominant force in the Big East this year, with multiple tough wins. I think Villanova definitely has a good chance, but Utah State is also a very good team.
Yeah. Well, as this game is winding down here, that's going to be the final from Akron and Texas Tech. Thank you, Ryan and Aryav, for joining us. If you guys want to hop in later again, if something else crazy happens, we'll be sure to let you guys back in. Good luck training.
All right, see you guys. Good luck.
All right.
So there you go. Some expert input after some technical difficulties there.
So, cursing's fine once in a while, I guess.
Yeah.
Andrew, I want to get some of my friends in here. How do I do it?
Okay. I will send you a link to do that.
Let's do it.
I'm going to be send them the link that I emailed you earlier. You can do it that way.
All right, cool.
Currently, there are no games going on. So if you would like to hop on besides LIU Arizona, I guess, but I don't know how how interesting that game is right now.
Not interesting at all. I mean, they're steamrolling them, and I mean that was expected. So there's
Oh,
not really
actually,
much to say about it.
we have another guest that we can have hop on real quick. And the key to this is he knows nothing about any sports or basketball. So I think he has a pretty entertaining bracket though that we can maybe
All right.
talk about. So welcome in Kiv. Hi Kiv, how you doing? Can you hear us? No. Okay.
I guess not. I mean, it's fine.
All right, but yeah, you can send that. Wait, wait, he's back on a different one. Wait, now there's two of him. Okay. Hi, Kiv, can you hear us? No. Okay. So you can share your link around. But yeah, so right now, no games going on as it stands. I will actually put a comment in if you would like to do that.
Someone was saying to get Ryan off the stream. I mean, we love Ryan here, so I don't know exactly why we would ever say that. We love Ryan here, so
yeah. I'm trying to
fan of the pod, so you know.
I'm trying to work on getting a link in. Oh, there we go. That should work. I just pinned a link in chat. Not sure if you see that. Hopefully you should be able to join.
Let's get Chino back on this. He hasn't been on the pod in a while. I know Chino's in here, so definitely want him to call in, talk about some March Madness, share his bracket with us maybe.
Yeah, so if we check on some other games going on, not sure how entertaining this one is. Arizona versus LIU. It's a 57-29 lead now in the second half here. That's the only game action going on right now. Is Wright State UVA is in halftime, but we're going to have games tipping at 3 in just a couple of minutes.
It's not much to talk about right now.
This is
right?
weird.
So halftime now with the Wright Virginia game. There's not much to really say. I mean, we obviously don't want the viewers to go away, but we're just trying to get things situated. So just hang tight.
Trying to see if we can get any guests in or anything like that. It's now it's a 30-point game now with LIU and Arizona.
Basically over, Andrew. It's basically over. So I mean, it's not
not quite a great matchup there. Maybe a couple people were hoping for more from either side.
Man, this is a lot better than yesterday's live.
Oh, for sure. Shout out StreamYard for being much better.
100%. Streamlabs not the way to go. So.
All right. Hoping for some game action as Wright State and UVA is about to return for some second half action there. Kind of the lunch period here as games are winding down. Now it is a 30-plus point lead for Arizona over LIU.
Amazing day of March Madness. I mean, just can't.
I think if that upset was completed, it would have been even better. It's
like if the roles were reversed. Honestly, if Santa Clara had that last shot leading their team into overtime, and then, them ending up winning. That would have been just amazing from a fan standpoint. No matter if you were rooting for a certain team because you may have chosen them on your bracket, it would have just like someone had said, this game is so good you just can't get mad. So
Yeah, 100%.
Amazing basketball.
100%. All right, hopefully. Oh wow, a 3-pointer brings them within 29 for LIU.
Someone saying, "Let me in" to the call. Funky Banjo.
I don't know. It doesn't say that there's anyone else in here right now. So not sure what's going on.
Maybe if you want to send the link to the chat, it'd be better.
I did that on the YouTube chat.
Okay, so.
Oh, there we go. Jake is here. Hello, Jake. Welcome in.
Lugo. So, funny thing about this, Andrew, let me tell you something. So, he goes to the same school as Fernando Mendoza.
Cameron
Oh,
Boozer.
really?
Cameron Boozer.
Yeah, and the Boozer twins, right? So,
Okay, well,
pretty unique.
Boozer twins were terrible yesterday, but
We
that's
we
all
can
good.
make up for that. We can make up for that.
Oh, for sure.
All right, Jake. So let me ask you something. What did you think about that Siena Duke game? Because obviously, you love the Boozer twins with your whole heart. What did you think about it? Kind of give us a breakdown of what you thought.
Well, I watched towards the second half of the game
Right.
because when I looked at halftime, I was like,
There was no
I was
need
like-
to turn the game on. I mean, it was just that bad. So,
but I had faith in Duke, if I'm being honest. So I knew they were gonna come back, but I was like, are you sure they're gonna win? I was like hesitating.
right.
Yeah.
And towards the end, they did. So, I mean, amazing play by the Blue Devils. Let me ask you something, though. I know someone had said this in the comments. What do you think their chances are against TCU tomorrow in that round of 32 matchup?
No, I have Duke dominating.
Right? Yeah.
They got their wake up call from Siena. and
Yeah,
they're
that's what
dominating.
Andrew had said. So, perfect analyzation right there. I like that, Jake.
Yeah.
I mean, so another thing. Let's talk about St. John's really quick. So, you actually have no clue anything about them. Do you think they have a chance at even competing against Duke, MSU, or UConn?
All I know is the head coach. That's it.
All right. So, Ruth Pitino's iconic. So, let me ask you a better question. Will he pull out the white suit?
Oh, 100% with the red
All
tie.
right, there you go.
100%.
And if he may make it to
100%.
Final Four, I mean, it's possible, right? So, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's so weird because UConn beat St. John's by 20 or 25 in mid-February, and then St. John's went and beat UConn again just last week. So it can go either way. They're both, the Big East is the most differing conference of any conference in college basketball, where all these teams are going to be competing with each other no matter how many wins you have, how good they've been all season. So yeah, it's going to be tight. And I think once you see the Big East in March Madness, it's always going to be a question of how will they perform. And that's going to be a big question as well, with Villanova and Utah State coming soon in about an hour. But the game we're really looking forward to, Hofstra and Alabama. What do you think about that one? Because I know that Alabama could potentially be on the ropes here.
Oh,
Yes,
my turn?
yeah, Jake.
If
Listen,
I'm being honest, I think
if
Alabama.
you saw the clip from yesterday, kind of take that into consideration. I had, like we said, their best player got arrested. So just really take that into a deep analyzation. Think about it. It's reasonable and it could happen, and I think it's it's realistic. So just take that into consideration. I'll be back.
All right, so he's dipping for a second. We're not quite back from Wright State and UVA yet, but like we said, Wright State holding a 5-point lead over UVA. You thinking they're going to finish this one out for the 14-3 upset?
Yeah, 100%.
That would
I
be
promise. I promise you, they are.
all right. We'll see if that comes true.
Yeah. Do we have any other guests like in line, Andrew? Perchance?
Not yet. Working on a few, but hopefully we can get back to some.
I don't know what the hell just happened to Andrew. I guess it's just me and you now, Jake.
I don't know why that keeps.
Oh, Andrew's back. There we go.
I can't hear shit.
Uh,
I can't hear shit. What?
all right. Well, thanks for joining us.
All right, Jake. Yeah. Well, as the Columbus boys say, adelante. So.
And
Keep going
actually,
forward.
we do have someone else ready to join up.
Chino! Oh my God! There we go. There we go,
What's
Chino. Come
up,
on.
bro? It's so great to be back on
Hold
the
on. Let me ask you.
pod.
How's it doing in Cayocho right now? How you doing right there? Little
it is
Havana.
lit, bro. It is lit, bro. Telling you, Coyote is the place to be right now.
All right, Chino. Well, I'm happy that you are with us today. I don't know if you know Andrew that well because the last time you were on the podcast, we were in person. We had that amazing view. We were screaming USA to random people.
Mhm.
That was an awesome live stream. So let me ask you something. What do you think about the game against Santa Clara versus Kentucky?
Man, that was a crazy game, bro. I watched the end of the game on my toilet. Can I curse real quick? Can I curse? Just one
Andrew,
word.
is he allowed to drop one or no?
Yeah, go.
All right,
I was taking a fat shitter in the toilet, and then all of a sudden, I see the big man from Santa Clara pull it from deep. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's over. My bracket might be saved. And all of a sudden, this guy pulls it from the logo and banks it in. I'm like, it's crazy, bro. My bracket is already fried. This just makes it more even cooked. So it's devastating for my bracket, to be honest. And I had Akron to the Sweet 16, and they just got blown out
Lord.
I
by
did
20
too.
in the first
I
round.
did too.
Listen, Chino, I don't know why you didn't come to me for some analysis. So all right, so hold on. Let me pull it up on my phone at least. Me and Chino are doing a bracket together, Andrew, and
Yeah.
Chino was doing really well yesterday. Matter of fact, I think he was probably the best bracket. And it sucks because I was so devoted to this and I was so committed, and I'm in last place right now. So
Oh.
yeah, I'm in last place with 100 points. Or sorry, 110 points. Ramos is in last. So I don't know if you can see it, but I'm the only one with Arizona. Because like I said, this is the Arizona Invitational. They will win. Listen, let me ask something, Chino. Who do you think is going to win this whole thing? It says here you have Michigan, but I don't really understand why you put that.
Oh, cause that was like my first ever bracket, and I forgot to put it in the group. And then I saw, I checked my brackets. I saw that I had like 98% like of my picks correct. So I'm like, all right, my other bracket is already like in the chambers. So I might as well just put that one
I
and
have
try
really
to win
good
the
news for
group.
you. Listen, I have good news for you. So I'm not gonna tell anyone else this, but you can actually add another entry, and then I'll remove the one you have in. So if you want to get, I got you, Chino. I got you, Chino. Add that other entry in now, or maybe after the show, but I'll do you some justice. For you, I'll do you some justice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We are back in the Wright State UVA game as well.
Yeah, bro. Yesterday was a crazy day in school because we were watching TCU versus Ohio State.
Oh no! Don't even talk about it with me here.
I'm
gonna start getting mad. I'll be honest.
I was devastated. First game of the tourney, my bracket's already cooked. All right. So, it was a fun experience because we were in study period and then we got called to the assembly for in the gym. It was mid game. It was like there was like 5 minutes left. And then my homeboy snuck his phone in. We managed to get to the corner of the gym, and we were just watching the game. And we were going crazy. It was a fun experience, but at the end of the day, my bracket is still cooked.
Right. So we were both really in favor of Ohio State. They ended up losing to TCU, who kind of didn't really come out of nowhere, I guess, but they were in possession basically the whole game. Ohio State had a huge comeback towards the end, but they cannot fulfill the dreams of advancing to the round of 32. That was very disappointing. And listen, Chino, maybe you can stick around and we'll start talking about the game in front of us Wright State versus Virginia.
And
Virginia
we're tied.
tied now.
Yeah.
For real?
So out of
Yeah.
half, Wright State has already sold their 5-point lead. And they're going to take a timeout there actually with 17:39 to go in the second. So it might already be falling off the rails out of the locker room for the 14 seed as they are facing UVA.
Yeah, and it seems to me like momentum has shifted for sure for both teams in terms of, obviously either in a negative or positive way. Virginia kind of gaining reposition back in this game. Love to see it. And Chino, let me ask something. What type of glasses are those?
These are some visors. I think maybe Alec got me this. Or no. Actually, no, this is from 8th grade or field trip, but
Not bad.
these are pretty old. I had to swap them out, low key.
Chino, who do you think is going to win this game? I mean, who did you have on your bracket? I actually didn't check.
I have Virginia. I think I have Virginia to the Sweet 16.
Right, so
Or
What?
maybe not to the 660, but
I'll
have
check.
them
Your
advancing.
bracket. Let me check your bracket.
What happened to your bracket, bro?
Check the Duke one, because that was my main one, and the Michigan one. Like I have all my my picks are like going like good, but like I feel like I might have messed up the Sweet 16 on that one.
So, yeah, I'm going to definitely let you change this because although you have Virginia over Tennessee, which is, normal, right? You have Kentucky over Iowa State. That is just incredible. I don't really understand where your knowledge comes over that. So you have Virginia beating Kentucky, then going to the Elite Eight against Michigan, then Michigan going to the Final Four, and then proceeding to win the whole thing. Chino, I don't agree with that bracket whatsoever. I'm going to let you change because I love you, but I don't know how to feel about that, man. That's very disappointing.
Hey, it's March. Bam put up 83.
Yep. All right, hold on. Let me ask you a real question. Is Bam 83 better than Kobe 81?
No.
Oh, thank you.
Wow, as the Heat
No,
fan.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep
As
it
a
above.
diehard Heat fan, let me say something, Andrew. This
Look at
guy
this.
will pull up a Heat game. It will be anywhere. We'll be like dying, and this guy will pull up the Heat game on his phone. But is it an illegal website or what do you even use? I don't know.
Nah, I have this like app on my phone, which is like my TV provider, and I have like a bunch of channels on it.
There we go. Yeah, because it's not YouTube TV. Yeah, it doesn't look like it, so I didn't know. But yeah, he pulls up the game whenever. And
It'll be cracking. I have the game. Maybe
that's what I'm
bet
talking
frame.
about. That you're Heat die hard, even though I don't know why you're not agreeing that the fact that 83 is better than the 81. But
It's
I
not.
It's 83 is 83. It was an amazing experience to watch, but from a neutral standpoint, the game was already over by the time the third quarter ended. Bam, let's say if Bam got injured trying to chase that 83 point mark, it would have been a whole different story. So
100%. Yeah, right. Yeah.
I just think that it was unethical. Not unethical. It was just you could see that there was they were obviously trying to chase the 83 point mark with Bam.
Yeah, like Kobe,
because-
it kind of intentionally, it kind of just happened out of nowhere. It wasn't like they were intentionally going after it. Unlike Bam, who
they needed to win
I
that
think
game.
once they got to 70, they were like, listen, we're going to go for the 80. And
Yeah.
listen, me and Andrew were at a baseball game at the same time. And I don't know, for some reason, I guess we can't watch local basketball anymore because I wasn't able to put on the Heat game unless it's nationally broadcasted. So I was very pissed I didn't get to watch the game. But it looked like, at least in interviews post-game, Bam was like, after I got the 70, I want to go for the 80. So obviously it looked like it was intentional. But yeah, coming out of the timeout, Wright State up by 1 here. Now up by 2 with 2 free throws made here down the stretch in the second half. Andrew, what do you think Virginia needs to do to get really back into this game in terms of momentum?
In terms of momentum, I think they have all the momentum right now.
Right. So, yeah.
I guess just keep going with that, shutting down Solomon Callaghan, who, like we said earlier, this guy is not necessarily an insane player by any metric that he's put up this season, but he's already got 16 in this game for Wright State. On the other side, there's some good ball movement happening, a lot of different scores for UVA. If you keep that up, keep options open, I think that they're going to stay in this game pretty well and just making some easy layups. I mean, I just saw there might have been a foul there, and I think that they will. Yeah, so they'll call that a foul. I think that they just have to make some of these easier shots if they really want to be serious about staying in this one and not getting upset. As it's now a 1-point game again, as Grunlow goes to the line, he makes his first and his second one coming after the foul on Kellen Pickett, and he makes the second, so we are tied again.
Yeah. I mean, this is going to be honestly just back and forth. I think we saw that obviously with Santa Clara and Kentucky. I just think it's going to be back and forth tie games. It's going to be a lot of lead changes for sure, and it's going to end in a tie. I would be very surprised if this game goes into overtime, but hopefully, even though I have Virginia in my bracket, I'd love to see an upset because this is what March is about. We love upsets, and like the wise words of Ian Eagle, I said it yesterday, expect the unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here we go. It is now still a 45-45 game with Wright State.
Hey, I saw my boy Jake was here earlier. Can I get some of the insights of what takes he had?
So, we kind of were talking to him about, obviously, the Boozer Twins because he is Columbus proud. He wasn't giving the best analysis. He sucked. He sucked at talking. So, yeah. But
I still know.
What did he have to say about Duke versus Siena? And Jake, if you're watching this, after what I had to see last night, if Siena actually had 2 or 3 good players off the bench, they would have won that game. Because 0 substitutions, and you're in the game.
right, but hold on. Time out, because I had the same idea as you. Let Andrew tell you kind of more about that. So, what was it that they have? How many people on the roster?
So they had 7 scholarship players eligible to play in this game. 2 of them were freshmen who had played 5 minutes total this season. So those were their only 2 bench players. Everyone else, there's one guy that tore his ACL, one guy who broke his foot, one guy who did some other thing with his ligament or something. Someone got arrested, couple other things. So, not a great situation.
Ooh, speaking of jail-related situations, what do we think of Alabama with Aiden Holloway getting arrested on what charges? Do we know?
Having 2 pounds of marijuana or something.
Oh,
God.
I mean, he goes to Alabama, so that's kind of expected.
Listen,
but either way, what are we doing, fellas? Your team is in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
Do we think Alabama is in jeopardy against Holster?
I've been saying that. I mean, regardless, of Holloway's absence, I thought Hofstra had this in the bag the entire way through, and this adds on to my take. I think Hofstra's going to take this and run away with it. They're going to end up winning not only today, they're going to beat Tech. Regardless of what happens, they will be in the Sweet 16 for sure. They will be Sweet 16 bound, and I am very excited to see that unfold.
Yeah.
Gino, debate me with this one. You agree with me or no? Because it's reasonable. It could happen. And the thing is, and why I say they could even beat Tech is because of the fact that JT Toppin is injured, right? So that's something you need to take into consideration, right? So without Toppin,
that's what I took into consideration looking to the brackets and choosing Akron versus Texas Tech. But now, I don't agree with your take. I think Texas Tech is going to bounce Hofstra out of the Sweet 16.
You think they can win without? You're saying they can win without JT Toppin, right?
Yes. In dominant fashion against Akron, it's not like it was a close game. I think they could probably bounce Hofstra in the second round.
I mean, anything is possible, right? So, honestly, anything can happen. But I just have to disagree with you on this one. I see, this Hofstra team just more dominant. They have more momentum. They have more fire, more desire. And me and Andrew were talking about this on the last episode get published yesterday. We're talking about fire and, teams with more pride end up winning. And it's true. I see that with Venezuela against, obviously the USA. And actually, I remember I told you, I shouted you out yesterday in the episode.
Mhm.
Can we talk about baseball really quick, Andrew? Is that cool?
Yeah, it's chill.
Listen, so he was the one I was sharing my screen to. We're watching DR versus USA. Talk about Mason Miller really quick. Dude is throwing straight gas. And I remember, I think it was after like the third pitch. It was like his third 100-mile-per-hour in a row. Me and
Mhm.
Chino was just ecstatic. It was incredible. I mean, what do you think about Mason Miller, Andrew? Honestly, and I know we talked about it yesterday in terms of should he have been played in the final, and I think he should have. But what do you think about that?
I mean, he should have been in the final because Venezuela broke all the rules that everyone had set for them. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a great situation. I'm hoping that we'll be better next time. Although I don't know who's coming back next time at this point. That was really depressing.
Probably going to be a lot of new players. Maybe Judge runs it back. But.
Yeah. So UVA actually has a lead right now with about 10 minutes to go. Do we want to switch guests or what are we thinking?
Listen, do we have anyone else in queue?
Yeah, we do.
All right, Chino. Loved having you on, man.
See you,
You
boys.
will be listen, Chino. You will be back for an episode. You proved it. You're better than Jake. I don't know what the hell I was thinking about even having Jake in this. Jake, if you're listening, you sucked. Listen, Chino, you will be back for an episode. Mark my words.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
see you later. I'll catch you later in Brickell. All right.
Peace out.
See
Thanks
you,
for coming.
boys.
Love you, Chino. All right.
All right. We have a guest who was in and is hopefully going to rejoin in just a moment. But yeah, so UVA in the lead by just one. But there was a big three-pointer there by Michael Cooper to really bring Wright State back in it because they were down by 4 and now it's just a 1-point deficit. But it's a TV timeout with 13:34 to go. And there's a foul against Wright State in favor of Virginia.
I mean, like we said, it's just back and forth. Nothing's really going to change crucially in this game, I don't think.
Yeah.
I mean, really the only thing to me that's kind of surprising and kind of disappointing, to say the least, is the fact that Virginia is outscoring them this quarter, this half, by 6. So.
Yeah. If we look at box score real quick, let's see if we could pull this up. I think, yeah, so Solomon Callaghan's still at 16. TJ Birch, who's one of their better players, is kind of coming alive as of late. He's now up to 7. Yeah, and then just a good amount of scoring. I think every player for Virginia has scored, which is impressive in its own right. But, they're only up by 1 to the 14 seed. So, never know how things are going to end up. Wright State was the number 1 team in the Horizon League, 15-5 in conference play, 23-11 overall, while UVA finished runner-up in the ACC to Duke, followed by Miami and UNC.
And I don't know if it has started yet, but Alabama and Hofstra is starting very soon. That is my game.
So Ryan and Aryov are back.
Get him to join.
On your phone.
And it's actually tied 53-53 now. Wright State UVA.
Wright State and UVA are tied.
I know.
Any thoughts about that real quick?
UVA is the biggest fraud of the 21st century.
Okay. Well, you're a Duke
Oh,
fan,
shit.
so like oh my
shit.
god. Okay. Well, he's a Duke fan, so I don't know.
Listen, man, what's going on with the guessing cursing? I don't know if we need to start making, having a rule book before
crap!
joining.
I
but-
cursed.
Oh,
man.
no, okay. All right. Have you learned
I gotta apologize.
again? Wait, so Aryov, you're a Duke fan though, so like obviously you would think that UVA is a fraud, right?
Where's my phone at?
Oh,
They are frauds.
They are frauds. Okay, well, thanks for that. So our other guest that was going to come on is actually getting on a boat right now. So we're going to have to leave him until later. Aryov says that he almost got run over. So that's why he had to leave. 53-53 here, under 13 minutes to play. Vince, who do you think is going to pull this one out here?
Truthfully, I think it's gonna end up being Virginia. As much as I have said, like I just said quite literally a minute ago that they're frauds. I think they're gonna pull out with the win. But again, I've said this a million times. Anything is possible. I would not be surprised if Wright State comes up with the upset because I mean they had possession, they had the lead up until now. So even though it's tied, they still had more of that factor, that X factor going into halftime. So I think they should really try to regain that and obviously fulfill that towards the last minute mark.
Yep. Couple games kicking off as well. Tennessee State and Iowa State are playing. Couple minutes in, but Tennessee State's already down by 5 to the 2 seed. That should be a good game. And what should have already started, I don't know if it actually has, but according to ESPN, it is not yet. Hofstra versus Alabama was slated for a 3:15 tip. So we'll see when that ends up coming. But let's return to Wright State UVA.
Oh man, I'm just gonna lay back. Like I obviously want to be professional and all that, but I'm just gonna
have some fun watching some March basketball.
I wish YouTube had the option to really let monetization. I really wish we could actually put the game on.
Yeah,
that'd be even.
Oh, so I think they're looking at a tech right now.
Yeah, because it is paused. So
right, so they're looking at a tech or a more serious foul. UVA is appealing a call on the court. As there's a Wright State player who kind of kneed and then hit. It's a more serious foul, but I don't know which way this is going to go. It's taking quite a bit of time for them to figure out, though, as they're looking at replays. But we are also off for Hofstra and Alabama. First points of the game already made. London Jemison already puts Alabama up by 2.
Oh, man, Hofstra.
Oh, guess who's here?
Who?
Your best friend, Dylan Shaw, is here. Dylan, welcome in.
Hi, me and my cousin want to talk some ball here. We have Hofstra winning this game.
Hell yeah! There we go. There we go. Come on.
Big Preston Mead fan. Big
Cruz Davis.
Big Cruz Davis fan. In Holloway, marijuana. You feel me? Like I respect the grind, but can't do it right before March Madness. Yeah, I have Hofstra in this game right now, off to a decent start. Shout out my Wright State. Don't know the team name, probably something like Terriers maybe. Shout out Wright State. I had them losing, but I'd like to see a win there. Ortega Owe ruined my bracket. Rutgers got snubbed from March Madness. I mean, Idaho, we beat Idaho. I don't care about this auto bid. I don't care about the auto bids. We beat Idaho in a 10 times out of 10. We would beat Prairie View A&M 10 times out of 10. We probably beat Michigan 1 time out of 10.
Michigan State.
He won their tournament.
My cousin actually picks no upsets, so his bracket's straight chalk over here.
No, it's not.
Yo,
Chalk
chalk is not the way to go. All right, little bro.
Chalk's not the way to go.
There we go. Come on.
I'm with you on that.
I have
Surprisingly, we're on the same page.
Arizona in the Elite 8.
Yeah, I mean High Point really killed my bracket. I had Wisconsin to the Sweet 16. I had USF to the Sweet 16. But you know what? They're like the upset pick that everyone picks always loses. They'll get him next year. Enos. I hope he dies. That guy is terrible. He went 0 for 14 for 3 or something. If he made 2 of those, they probably would have won the game. So not a huge fan of that. Right now I'm taking a break from March Madness because I almost just cried after Santa Clara just blew a lead.
What'd you think about that? What'd you think about that? Like that stretch.
Right about that one.
So I basically, after watching the game, they got hoed, the refs. Coach of Santa Clara was trying to call a timeout, but the Kentucky favorite refs didn't listen to them, let them get a good shot off and tie game. And then in overtime, Ortega always whistle is like SGA. They don't even touch the ball and call a foul. So, I mean, it was game over from the start. Justice for mid majors. Santa Clara should have been a 7 seed, not a 10 seed. St. Mary's were frauds, though. I can't lie. Georgia is ruined my nighttime. I mean, how do you lose to St. Louis by 50?
Yeah, but
So
Avila's a good shooter. Avila's a good shooter. You gotta agree with that though, right? So
Yeah, but he also looks like a little bit autistic, a little bit, like just a little
okay.
bit
All right.
autism,
So
just a bit on the autism side. So
a great speed run of information there from Dylan.
it's
Thanks
not.
for
I also want to one quick shout out. I hope Hubert Davis is fired tomorrow. His press conference
yeah, I
after
agree with you.
after
I agree with you.
you can't blow a 19-point lead, ruin my bracket, and then tell me that, oh, what went wrong? Well, we lost. Oh, should I bench my players? It's my decision. You know what? It's not your decision because you're gonna be fired. So, you know what? Like, I don't want to hear it. You're fired just because you're an alum. Just because you took some fraudulent team to the championship game in your first year does not make you a good coach by any means. You let a VCU team that was pretty much out of it with 5 minutes to go come back and win the game. So
Dylan, that was the upset I picked.
yep. Also, Ohio State, Bruce Thornton. What are you doing? Walking up the court with 4 seconds. It's your last shot in your entire career, and you walk up the court and you shoot from half court. With like, I mean, it's like he has a parlay in the game, but yeah. That also ruined my bracket on. I was 0 for 4 to start the day, so not been a good March Madness for me. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your podcast. Go Hofstra. Not looking too good, but
Yeah.
go Hofstra and go Utah State.
Go Pride.
Go
appreciate
Pride.
it,
Go
Dylan.
Pride.
Thanks,
Speed
Dylan, for
run. That was a speed run, man.
hopping on for the speed run of basically everything that
Amen.
busted his bracket. Wright State is currently up by 2 with 11 to play here. We are in a timeout at the moment. TJ Birch is coming alive, though, for the Raiders, by the way, not the Terriers, which is what Dylan had guessed their team name was.
The Raiders. He thought it was the Terriers.
Yeah. Solomon Callaghan still at 16 points. He has fallen pretty quiet since we shouted him out. Still tied for the most points in the game, though. It is a 2-point lead. We're at the U12 media timeout right now. We're about to get under that, and then we'll switch over to Hofstra, Alabama, which I think is going to be our final game. Maybe we'll just do the first half of that one, or we'll go until this game is over before we take a break and maybe make our way back at some point later on. Make sure you also go check out our episode from yesterday if you want to hear a bit about Miami, Ohio, Tennessee, because I think we'll probably be off by the time that one kicks off. But yeah, Vince, we might as well, if we're going to get off maybe towards the end of once this game ends, or if the Hofstra Alabama game gets out of hand. Do you have any other picks for tonight that you maybe want to go over? Maybe Missouri, Miami. We can start with that one.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I had brought that up when Ryan had joined. I think you didn't ignore me flat out, but I mean, we started talking about Xavier Lee in Florida and all that. Kind of to go into perspective of that. Listen, Miami has looked very dominant. They are a different team than they were just a year ago. Jay Lucas has completely changed this program, and I love to see the Canes back at it. You know, we were in the Final Four just a couple years back, so you know we are a basketball school, kind of. I mean, I wouldn't say 100%. We love our football, but listen, our basketball is good. We've been able to prove the haters wrong, as we did in 2024. But listen, against Missouri tonight, they have a chance. A lot of people are choosing Missouri in this game, and I understand that. And honestly, in some of my brackets, I did choose Missouri. But I just think Miami is the more dominant team overall. I think they're better coached. And you take a look at their record. Listen, I know we've talked about this. The SEC is the best conference in sports. Missouri plays in that conference. Of course, the schedule is going to be somewhat hard. I just think Miami's more dominant. All right. And listen, I know, crucial losses, in the ACC tournament hurt you. But I just think the Hurricanes come out on top here.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And then to put another game into perspective, maybe not as important, but Florida plays against Prairie View tonight.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not gonna predict an upset here, but I'm taking Florida all the way. I love my Gators, so I'm obviously gonna root for them. Let me ask something though. Did Florida deserve the 1 seed? I mean, that's the question everyone's been asking. Did they deserve the 1 seed? Yes or no?
I'm gonna say yes, but that Vanderbilt loss is a problem.
Right.
I think that if Vanderbilt hadn't won against McNeese yesterday, that's a different conversation to be having. He says no, they didn't deserve it. I'm gonna say that they still did. I don't know really. Yeah, maybe they didn't actually. I don't really know. I'm conflicted on this. It is 61-61 again for Wright State, Virginia. What do you think? Did they deserve the 1 seed?
I mean, I'll be biased, and so I'll say yeah, but the record is not helping their case whatsoever, right? So, let's go to another game in which Utah State has actually a better record on paper than Florida does, with one more win than Florida. So Utah State will be facing Villanova tonight. We love Nova. They've been able to host us for 2 years at camp. Campus is beautiful. Love it. But I don't really, that doesn't change my mind on anything. And give me the Aggies in this because I just think they're more dominant. And I think a loss to Georgia, to Georgetown in the tournament in the Big East is going to hurt you, right? So I'm not taking Villanova in this one. I'm taking the Aggies. Give me Utah State. I don't care about what anyone has to say about the Wildcats. Losing to Georgetown is unacceptable at any point of time. So give me Utah State, and that's that.
Go Wildcats.
All right, man. We'll be against each other on that one. Iowa State winning right now 26-7 against Tennessee State. We shouldn't even go into that because they're on a 17-0 run in the last 3 minutes and a half. Honestly, I'm not even surprised. Arizona, 15-4 run right now, last 6 minutes. They are crushing LIU. It's 82-49.
Oh, no. That's 2 free throws made for now, Virginia. So they're up 2 as well.
All right.
Hoping for that upset. Really, really hoping that we can live stream an upset today. We've been on for 2 hours now, basically. I'm going to be probably wrapping up with this Wright State UVA game. I don't know if you're going to be around for the slate tonight, but maybe we'll be back.
Honestly,
yeah.
if someone, I don't know if I will, but if someone can get on for me, that'd be amazing. I mean, I would love to.
So let's see. Yeah.
Listen, Andrew, hold on. And we'll talk about this more further, after. But I say we go live tonight. I'll join it on my phone wherever I am.
Let's do it.
All right. There we go. We're going live again tonight.
Let's do it.
That's the pride we have. We're like the pride.
If there is a game coming to a close that's pretty close, we'll hop on and we'll do it. Maybe that might be that Iowa-Clemson game or the UCF-UCLA game. Or maybe even St. John's, Northern Iowa. We don't know how it's going to go. But we will try to do something later tonight.
100%. What seems to be the most interesting thing going on right now? The Hofstra game. I'm just, but they better win. It's 9-13 right now. But I had 2 clutch free throws by Virginia, so that's going to obviously be tremendous help. Someone said in the comments, what do you guys think of St. John's this year? We've already gone over this, but
yeah,
a lot of brackets have them going to the Final Four. Oh yeah, so that was actually my hot take that I had said earlier. I think St. John's has a chance at even beating Duke. I think they're better than UConn. They might be a little bit worse than MSU, but I think they have the chances to beat Kansas easily. I think Darren Peterson's amazing. He's probably the best freshman in college basketball, besides AJ DeMoncia. But that doesn't change anything. So I think St. John's is amazing. They will definitely at least be able to play Duke, and if they beat Duke, amazing. Because that's my hot take. And yeah, if not, Duke beats them, and they still made a pretty good run unlike last year when they lost to Arkansas. So it could come down to coaching, right? So I think that's another thing we need to take into consideration. Coaching is actually the name of the game. I think that's probably the most important thing when it comes to talking about sports. Coaching really helps you because obviously Calipari was able to do it last year against Patino. So, a veteran against a veteran. You got to get lucky. If your team outplays him, you outplay him. If not, sucks to suck.
All right. We are – I mean, UVA is pulling away a bit here. It's now a 66-61 lead with another free throw coming. Not sure what Wright State's can do now. 67-61, 6-point lead. About St. John's, yeah, I think that they're a much better team than people are giving them credit for. So,
yeah, they are very good. But obviously people are going to maybe not just disagree, but people are going to have other opinions, and that's fine.
Yeah.
So, you can't really debate that furthermore. But, yeah, I mean, let's take a look at this game. Oh, I don't know where Andrew went now, but Virginia was leading 67 to – I didn't mean that. 67-61 against Wright State.
I don't know why that keeps happening.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, unlike yesterday, I was the one getting kicked out.
Yeah.
Shout out to StreamYard again because they are helping us through 2 hours of live streaming. This is pretty fun, Andrew. I'm not going to lie. I had a lot of fun today, even though we still have probably 8 minutes left together. So,
yeah. So we're at the U8 media timeout. Is a 67-61 lead in favor of UVA. Wright State in control for most of this. And hopefully that won't stop soon because I would love to see an upset today.
Yeah. I want to get some more guests in here. Do we have anyone else in mind or no?
There is someone that I could do it. Unfortunately, I believe he's covering a game right now. So I don't think that is
as smart,
necessarily viable. Maybe we can get him on a little later. Actually, he will be at the Final Four as well. So maybe while he is at the Final Four, we can do something. That would be quite interesting. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, we are close to the end here.
Man, Wright State just throwing it away now. Down by 6. This is just not looking good now. Heading into this timeout.
Yeah. $7:52 to play. It looks like we do have another guest coming in while the timeout is going on. Welcome, Nico.
Oh my God.
Yo.
All right, listen, Nico. So last time you were on the podcast, you were a guest, a call in. You were saying some crazy things, talking about Magic Johnson and the reason why he had to retire. We're not gonna go into that today.
What, AIDS?
All right, so I'm gonna have to cut you off right there. All right.
Sorry.
All right, so he's going on mute. Let me add something though. So, fun fact, Andrew, NJO is leading right now in our bracket. He's the undisputed winner right now. He does not have a perfect bracket, but he's still doing really well.
I did this shit while I was high as fuck.
Okay.
All right, well, listen, I don't know, but he is number 1 right now. So he chose Michigan to win. He's just like, Chino. So him and Chino both chose Michigan. All right, Nico. Yo, wait, Andrew, you know who that is?
I can't see it.
That's Lorenzo. That's the one from yesterday.
Oh, okay.
All right, but Nico, go into depth. I know you don't know a single player on Michigan, but all right. Well, I don't know let's try to get him back in here. I want to see if you can. Wait, Nico, you there? Listen to me. Unmute, and I need to ask a good question.
I'm not muted.
All right. Why do you think Michigan's gonna win? I know you don't know a single player, but just tell me like a fun reason as to why you chose them, because obviously it's kind of stupid.
Because
your bracket's doing amazing right now. In which you have
bracket. Let me see my bracket.
One mix up. Yeah, you have one mix up or 2 mix ups. So But why'd you choose Michigan to win?
Wait. Let me see my bracket first. You stupid fucking bitch.
All right.
Sorry.
So all right. Whoa. All right.
All right, there he goes. It is a 67-62 lead now, as UVA is still in control. Second free throw is made for Wright State. So it's now only a 4-point lead for the Cavs that ends a 9-0 UVA lead with the 2 free pointers made by Paganis.
Yeah. Kind of going off topic with the game. Obviously, that's in front of us. Let me ask something though. What do you think about Chino and NJL choosing Michigan to win the whole thing? Because they are dominant, and 31-3 is an amazing, obviously record on your resume. But
I think it's viable.
Right?
It's viable.
I mean, it could happen, but I just think Arizona, Duke, and whoever else is just better.
Whoa!
All right.
TJ Birch 3. We are back within 1. It's a 1-point game, so it was a 9-0 run for UVA, and now 5 points in the last 30 seconds or so brings Wright State back within 1. And we have a ball game, about 7 minutes to go here. And a turnover. Wright State's going to get the ball back with a chance to take the lead. Here we go. So that's a steal for TJ Birch. He has come alive. Let's take a look at his stats. He's up to 15 points on the night, 4 assists. I don't know. You think Wright State's walking away with this one?
It's 100% possible. Now that they cut the game down to 1, I feel a little bit better about the idea of it. And yeah, it's definitely possible. I think we just need to stick around and watch and see what really unfolds here. But it looks like it's going to be a missed field goal. So, again, that doesn't help this case whatsoever. They need to land shots, right? That's what happens in this tournament. We need to start making our shots. And this goes out to every team. They need to start making their shots. I'm talking about specifically Santa Clara.
Yeah.
Because
although they did,
and the same goes for LIU. I'm not forgetting Long Island whatsoever, right? So, it's a rebound, missed 3-pointer, rebound. Oh, and it's a block shot. Okay, so that's perfect.
Fantastic stuff there. And there we go, though. Back in the lead. Michael Cooper with the layup puts Wright State ahead, and a quick missed 3-pointer by Sam Lewis. We'll see who comes down with the rebound there. So it's going to be a good defensive rebound for Wright State. And so now they have the ball back with a chance to extend their lead. It's at 1 right now. 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go.
And Andrew,
second half.
Just a quick key point really quick. Hofstra is leading Alabama right now on an 11-2 run. The last 2 minutes, 23-18. This is what we talk about in March. It's things like this. No matter if it's the beginning of the first half or the second or the end of both. This is what it's all about. Hofstra leading Alabama right now. Definitely a big potential.
Cruz Davis, who averaged 20.2 points this season, already has 9 in tonight's game.
That is exactly why I chose this Hofstra team. Cruz Davis is the reason. You know how when you're choosing your teams, it shows the 2 leading scorers? He was the man I saw first. That 22-point average sold me 100%. And obviously with Holloway out, it was going to definitely move into further consideration.
So a free throw for Solomon Callaghan. 2 made free throws. Wright State's now ahead by 3 with 5:30 to play. This is getting tight.
Oh, man. And I don't know what just flew by me. I think it was like a...
All right, so 1 point comes back for Sam Lewis as they called a foul there.
Andrew, can you hear that or no?
Yeah, I could hear that.
Yeah, that's pretty
All
cool.
right,
That's pretty
we're
neat.
back to a 1-point game. Sam Lewis drains 2 free throws for UVA. So it's now going to be Wright State possession going back with a 1-point lead. The clock has not switched or moved in the last couple of minutes of real time. I don't know what that foul was for, though, or why he earned the free throws. Let's see if we can figure that out. I have no idea why he would have earned those free throws.
We're seeing a lot of free throws today, Andrew. We need to point that out. I mean, a lot of fouls.
So missed field goal by TJ Birch.
Okay, yeah.
But an offensive rebound, which is big for Wright State in this situation. And another missed field goal for Michael Cooper. So if UVA gets the rebound, they are going to have a chance. Yeah, so UVA got the rebound. DeRitter misses the three-pointer. Missing a lot of shots right now. Wright State is still holding the lead. Defensive rebound and a good one for Wright State. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to play.
Upset watch, baby. This is going to be the game.
Oh, and a turnover for traveling against Wright State. It's going to go back to UVA. That is a costly turnover. Let's see where that came. Oh, that's just not a good thing at all. You gotta hope
That's
not hurt.
That's
them.
crucial. That's very crucial. 100%.
Yeah, gotta hope that doesn't hurt them too badly. 14 points off turnovers for Wright State, 11 for UVA. That's a costly turnover right there. Jakari White gets back into the game and immediately gets a bucket. So a costly turnover leads to a Virginia lead by just one, 71-70. Jakari White, really one of the best players on the team today. He has 21 points on 8 for 10 shooting and 3 rebounds. Missed field goal from Michael Cooper and a defensive rebound. Virginia with a chance to extend their lead.
I'm about to go live on Instagram. Get everyone watching this. Everyone needs to be watching this right now.
Here we go.
And that is just not what needs to happen. That's just horrible.
Terrible missed three-pointer there from Malik Thomas means that there is still a strong chance here. Oh, but an offensive rebound and a put-in by Virginia. That is costly. You need to get that rebound there if you're Wright State. So now it is a 3-point lead for the Virginia Cavaliers with 3 minutes to play. Almost a terrible inbound there by Wright State. And they're going to take a timeout. Under 3 minutes to go. 2:59 is left on the clock in the second half. Wright State, who's been in this game all the way through, finds themselves down by 3 as we head to the close. The 14 seed staying par with the ACC giant Virginia Cavaliers.
Well, I mean, not so giant because you lose to Duke.
Well, they did get second.
Yeah.
And in this timeout, we're going to welcome a guest, Jack Cotter of.
Oh man, where's Jack?
Oh,
Is he
shit.
here? Jack. Oh my God.
And maybe a bit of internet problems there.
Jack.
Hopefully, we can get him back in a second.
Would you say Jack's like an all-time
Oh,
guest?
here we go, Jack.
Here we go. All right, what's up, guys?
Jack, man.
How's it going? How's it going? Just, geez, I was watching the LIU Arizona game. Last time I checked, it was what? I think what was the score? It was like 38-18.
Maybe like 100 to 2.
They lost 92-58.
Yeah, right. So
Okay, yeah. I had a friend at school. I'm not even joking. I had a friend at school who was like, who filled out a bracket, and he was being so serious. He says LIU is gonna pull the Cinderella story. I was like, dude, are you serious? And he's like, and he bet like $60 on it too. So he just lost for $60.
well, I mean, obviously that's not smart whatsoever.
I know.
and it's a reminder to not play around with your money because
I know.
especially with that, right? So that we don't condone any of that, but that's just not smart whatsoever, Jack. I don't know what your friend was thinking. So
I don't know. I don't know either. Like it's like, but also the thing is like he doesn't really know ball either. I think he got like tricked.
listen, you should have saved him because I know. I mean, listen, I know football is your main, and you don't, of course, watch basketball so much heavily, but at least help him out because deep down it's the
Yeah,
Invitational, and of course Arizona's going to steamroll every single team and win the whole thing. Now, speaking about winning the whole thing, Jack, who do you think's winning this tournament here in March?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have a clear answer because I feel like this year's kind of like one of those years where it's not like a definitive right then and there.
It awesome, but it 100% makes sense. I get where you're coming from.
I think Arizona definitely has a good chance. I don't know, just based off what I've seen. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know jack shit about these college basketball teams right now, but I think Arizona looks good enough to go all the way. I mean, go UConn.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, what do you think about
UConn?
Listen, hold on. Have you watched any UConn basketball all year? Because
I have, yeah. I don't really like.
I have it, and I still know some. So I'm asking you. We're on the same page. Have you watched any?
Yeah, I've watched it. I just haven't like got invested into it. That's the only thing. I've been invested. I've been invested in like every single March Madness tournament over the past 2 years, but like this year, I'm like all over the place.
So are you up to date with their competitiveness in terms of games towards St. John's? So are you up to date with all that or no?
Probably not. Fill me in.
All right, so Andrew, if you want to kind of lead the way here.
Yeah. So St. John's lost by like 20 to them probably like a month ago. Which was not great for St. John's. Like it was a shocking game.
Yep.
And then in the Big East tournament, I mean, St. John's took care of them, no problem. So really, I think the Big East is the most random conference that's ever been created. And I think that either team has a chance to go far, as we've seen in previous years. But we're out of the timeout here for Wright State and UVA. Already a missed layup on a blocked shot by UVA. And they come down with the defensive rebounds. That's a 3-point lead from UVA, and they're going to get a chance to extend that to a multi-possession lead with 2:30 left in this game.
Yeah, man. Jack, so who do you have actually winning this game, Wright State or Virginia?
Oh, Virginia.
Yeah, you seem more like a Virginia guy. I was just gonna. I could read your body language. Oh man.
Virginia.
Yeah, this is just.
Vinny, what do you think? What do you think about the Dolphins paying Malik Willis $65 million a year, only to treat him like a rebuilding QB? Like, what's going on with that?
I mean, a lot of people are saying that we're doing the same thing the Broncos did a couple years ago with Bo Nix and all that, and I guess it makes some sense.
Here's the thing: the Broncos weren't paying. Here's the thing: the Broncos weren't paying Bo $65 million.
We're losing. I want to curse so bad. A load of money.
Yeah, I know.
But I mean, it's fine. I guess. I mean, we have the picks now. I mean, we have 2 first-rounders. We have a good amount of second and third. So
you guys are cooked. They're cooked anyway because if Willis plays like crap, right, and they decide to release him or whatever, there's going to be so much dead cap. That's gonna be tough to take.
Whatever. I mean, we have new organization. We have new
management.
So
Virginia is on an 8-0 run now. Grunlow made a 2-point shot, so they're now ahead by 5 with under 2 minutes to go. That's another missed field goal by Wright State. So DeRitter is going to get the rebound and take it back up for Virginia.
Awesome. And we're seeing this a lot. We're seeing the trend of long runs, as in maybe a team doesn't score in 2 minutes and in the span of 2 minutes, or a team does score in the span of 2 minutes and the other team doesn't. So we're seeing a lot of runs here, and as in which it's 8-0 right now on last 3 minutes.
Yeah. Damn. All right, guys. Thank you so much for taking my call.
All right, Jack. We love you, man. We gotta have you back on an episode, maybe more about football, because I love your NFL analysis. Everyone, go check out Jack Talks Jets. Honestly, best Jets coverage for sure. So, all right, love you, Jack.
Appreciate it, man. Love you, man. Good shit, guys.
Jakari White 3-pointer, 78-70 lead for Virginia. Jakari White with 24 points on the night. It is getting out of hand for Wright State. They only have 1 minute and 20 seconds left, but they make the 3. They are still in it. Amari Agbe with the deep three-pointer. It is a 5-point game. They had missed 6 straight field goals before that, and now it's going to come down to the wire. 5-point game, under a minute to play. UVA with possession. Here we go. I would have fouled by now, probably. Not going to foul. They're going to let Jakari White dribble it down. Still 10 seconds on the shot clock, and Jakari White makes the driving layup. 30 seconds to go, and now this game has gotten out of hand. 7-point lead for Virginia. As it stands, it looks as though they're going to survive.
It's my ice it, Andrew. I don't know. Up by 7. Under 30 left in the game.
Oh, terrible
think
air
we're gonna
ball
see-
there. And a Virginia rebound with 16 seconds to go.
That's going to do it.
That is probably going to do it. Oh, that's a terrible, terrible shot to try to keep your team alive. But what a beautiful layup by Jakari White. Take a look at his stats from this year's 26 points tonight. Come alive. 8.8 points on the season. He hasn't scored 26 points since never this season. This is his high scoring game besides a game against Dayton in the non-conference time of the season. He is a hero for this UVA team right now. And that 16 seconds left, a foul on TJ Birch. They're trying to stick with it, but I think that is pretty much going to do it for Wright State in March Madness. I'd say
that just sucks because you know what? I really did see them winning. I mean, obviously, after the first half, a lot of people's opinions changed probably on the game, but Virginia obviously contained. They won, and just excellent finishing by the Cavaliers here in March Madness. Hofstra, Alabama, though, 30-23 with under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Andrew, give us some insight.
let's
We haven't really paid attention
yeah.
much to it the last couple of minutes, but looking more in favor of Hofstra. But we've seen this trend of teams like Hofstra, like I'm blanking right now. Oh my god.
I think Hofstra has done a good job of spreading out the scoring. You have Cruz Davis with 9. You have Biggie Patterson with 6. But yeah, I mean, Alabama is hurting right now. They have 4 turnovers. Hofstra somehow has 6 and are still ahead here. But it's very interesting. I'm trying to figure out I think just the defensive rebounds for Hofstra. They have 15. So a lot of missed shots.
Sorry for blanking. I meant to say Wright State and
Yeah.
I don't know why I blanked out. But I mean, they both were leading at halftime, and so that's what I'm saying. Like, the team that's leading at halftime isn't doing so well. So maybe Hofstra can contain it going into the second half. We just have to see. But yeah, I completely agree with what you were saying as well.
So that's officially the final as well. Virginia 82, Wright State 73. I think we'll take the Hofstra game to halftime before we finish up here. As Aiden Sherrill makes it 2 to bring it back within 5. Aiden Sherrill with 7 points for the Crimson Tide tonight. He is their leading scorer, but only shooting 2 for 8 from the field and 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. 7 rebounds, though, as well for him. A missed field goal by Silas Sunday, but an offensive rebound. And that's going to take us to the U4 media timeout. What are you thinking, Vince? Is this going to end the way the last couple games have had, where we've seen an upset watch for much of the game? Yeah.
You know what? I hope Hofstra can actually fulfill the dreams of an upset, because obviously we've seen that with, last couple of games as we've been, talking about, been watching, been commentating. I'm really hoping for a Hofstra win here. But again, I've said this. I mean, this has to be my millionth time saying this. Anything is possible. And as much as Alabama is arguably the highest scoring offense in the nation, but without Holloway, it's difficult for me to not choose Hofstra. And that's why I chose Hofstra in the end of it all. So, that's some good analysis to kind of just put it into perspective. But yeah, I mean, I really hope Hofstra gets the win here because I want an upset to happen. I need an upset to happen. And it would suck that we aren't going to be calling it anymore because I know we're going to end it at halftime. But, we'll obviously probably put it on the story, talk about it a little more eventually later or next couple days. So
100%.
And so let me ask you something. If Hofstra were to win, they play Tech. You have Tech winning, right? 100%? Yeah. All right.
I mean, Texas Tech in that game was phenomenal.
Yeah, right. So, even without Top, and it doesn't really matter. What other games are on right now? So we have State versus Iowa, or both states, I guess, Tennessee and Iowa. So
that's getting out of hand right now.
right.
It's end of the first.
It's going to end up like Akron, Tech, LIU, Arizona.
Already 50 points for Iowa State.
Iowa State, honestly, one of those teams that I think will actually have a run into the Final Four. But
I'm going to say let's round out this first half with Hofstra, Alabama, and then let everyone go enjoy, I think, which is going to be the best game. We see all of the round of 64, Villanova versus Utah State.
That is going to be a fun game. Like, very fun. I'll probably be watching it.
And maybe you join us later tonight.
100%. So, I mean, I would love to. I wish I could actually be in my desk talking about it, but I'll definitely tune in on call for sure.
Here we go. Hofstra 30, Alabama 25. We're returning from the U4 media timeout. So we come to a close here for our live stream. Make sure you like the live stream down below and subscribe for more March Madness live streams as we keep going. And check out the newest episode of the podcast, episode 79, when you're done with this one, where we went through more of our bracket. We talked some WBC as well as the shorts and the Instagram. You can go check those out as well.
Yeah, honestly, if I have to recommend an episode to anyone, it'd probably be yesterday's. I really enjoyed that episode. Very, very good.
Yeah. Make sure to check them out. We'll put out some more clips throughout everything tonight. Oh, and we also reached 700 followers on Instagram. So thank you, everyone who follows us over there. And we're looking to get to 200 subscribers on YouTube soon. We are close to that. We've been growing pretty quickly recently. So let's hope we get to that and make sure to try to help us out.
Yeah, man. We're back.
All right. We are back as well in the game as
not bad, Andrew.
As Victory Anuetu makes that tip in to go up 32-25 before a Taylor Bull Bowen makes a 24-foot tray. And now it is a 4-point ball game with under 3 minutes to go here. That is a huge bucket. And now a turnover from Cruz Davis. Bama and Eden Sherrill got the steal there, so they're going to have a chance to bring it back. And now that's going to be a foul against Hofstra, sending Alabama to the line. Fast break there. Anuetu just tried to break that one up, ended up fouling there.
Yeah, man, this is. Oh, now I'm looking at that foul. Could have ended up bad if he would have landed wrong. That would have been horrible. But he looks like he's gonna make the first free throw.
That's LeBron Fillon Jr. that was fouled there. This is insane to me. This is a guy in March Madness that doesn't have a profile picture.
Right. So that's how you know it's the pride.
He also is 1 for 7 from the field. Fillon Jr. makes his second. So now it's a 2-point game as we round it down in the first half here. Hofstra versus Alabama. Here we go. Hofstra's possession. Looking to at least get a little more padding heading into the locker rooms. And a missed field goal and a defensive rebound by Alabama with a chance now to take advantage and potentially tie or gain the lead. And they are going to gain the lead. Aiden Sherrill with a 24-foot tray puts the Crimson Tide up by 1 for the first time in quite a while. That is a 33-32 lead and an 8-0 Alabama run. you can see here how far ahead Hofstra was at one point by as much as 9 points, and Alabama has worked their way all the way back.
Yeah, man. I guess this Aiden knows how to stay on the court.
Oh, and there's a three.
Oh, man.
Preston Edmead with a 28-foot jumper. That was a deep shot. And now Hofstra is once again ahead by 2. That was a fantastic, fantastic shot taken there. A missed 3 by Aiden Sherrill.
I don't know where Andrew went, so this happens a lot. But 35-33, Sherrill with...
And we've crashed again.
All right, that's fine, though. It's fine because, we keep on going. Wait, did you hear what I said about Aiden or no?
I did not.
Okay, so I was like, this Aiden knows how to stay on the court.
Oh, yes, he does. You can look up that reference if you would like. I don't feel that we need to discuss any further. We've talked about him a lot tonight.
Past
This afternoon. So that's an offensive rebound there on the missed 3. So Alabama is going to have a chance again at this possession. Here we go, 1:10 to go. Big alley-oop dunk by Aiden Sherrill. We are tied with a minute to go. Missed field goal by Edmead. Bowen with the rebound. Alabama looking to take a lead into the locker room. Philon Jr. makes the driving layup. It is a 37-35 Alabama lead. Hofstra's possession with 40 seconds to play in the first half. Hofstra looking to keep even or take a lead into the locker room as the 13 seed. We've seen plenty of higher seeds on the ropes today. All of them have figured out how to win. Alabama was just down by 9 a couple of minutes ago. And a missed field goal. But an offensive rebound by Biggie Patterson with 10 seconds. Going to get a second chance at it here.
Yeah, and there's still 4,405 perfect brackets. So
and Biggie Patterson misses the three-pointer. Aiden Sherrill with the defensive rebound with 1 second left, and that's going to do it into halftime. Alabama 37 and Hofstra 35. Might as well wrap it up here, as that is really the only game going on right now. ISU and Tennessee State are in halftime as well. Iowa State 55, Tennessee State 29. Vince, any final words before we
listen, if you're superstitious and you're a Hofstra fan, take the pride into full consideration here. Heading into the second half, have more momentum now that you're losing. Because if you looked at the trend of the last 2 games that we've obviously talked about and we've watched, just use some superstitious. Use some clues, context clues, and you'll be fine. Don't over stress it. Don't raise the cortisol. You're all good.
All right. Well, thanks to everyone who tuned in today. Make sure you like and subscribe. Check out the Instagram. Like all of our stuff. Check out the episode we put out last night on YouTube. Thanks everyone so much for listening. Again, it's a 37-35 Alabama lead heading into halftime. We might be back later, but if not, enjoy your March Madness. Enjoy your evening. Go Gators. Go Villanova. Go whoever else might be playing tonight. And we will see you very soon.